Dios mío, es el gear metálico. Hey, welcome. How does my voice sound? Thank you for that message under the skin 13. Bum 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 bum. Is it too low? That sometimes happens on Windows 10. It's a glitch I think I've worked out since. Dun 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 dun. Brum bum bum bum. I gotta shut up. I might should go pee. I am so sorry my game made you nauseous on Friday. I do believe it was not your game that made me nauseous. It was, I think I did not fully wash off all the cilantro in my tacos that evening. It's a little low. Oh no. We gotta bring it up a bit higher or else we'll never get to go. Ha 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 ha. How is it now? Is it too high or should I leave it here? Hello, and welcome, or rather, bienvenido al Metal Gear Solid in España. Mi nombre es Jorge Vitamano, and welcome to the Super Bunny Hop poverty sad streams, where I just want the world to know that I am not suicidal and have quite a cautious disposition when it comes to hazards, accidents, and potentially upcoming healthcare incidents. I am playing through Metal Gear Solid 1 in Spanish these days, and it's been an existentially important experience. I have had to rethink some fundamentals about the voice in my head and the kinds of words it uses when it thinks about Metal Gear Solid when playing this game, because there is a mind-shattering revelation at play going on here that us gringos might just not be fully prepared to accept. But in any case, there's some interesting messages to catch up on. Destructarius85 says, or asks, if there's any other languages in which you get two translations. It's very common for a game to be translated in Latin Spanish versus Spain Spanish. And this is the kind of case where so much money was evidently spent on Spain or Spanish, rather, that they didn't do multiple translations, within the English, or within the Spanish language as an umbrella term that then branches out into sub-dialects. I think you pretty commonly see that with Chinese, but not with Spanish. I've flipped through language menus in games usually, and you usually see your usual assortment of European and Asian languages listed one at a time, and then there will be simplified Chinese or traditional Chinese. I have not seen European Spanish versus American Spanish, or all the complexities that are underneath that category of various American types of Spanish that come in. You know, it seems like something that should happen and would need to happen on a planet Earth full of human beings, but the economics might not be there to support it. Ooh. Oh boy, a very common internet war are YouTube videos about Simpson translations in Spanish versus Latin America. Apparently English speakers do the same, but it's wild from an American brain perspective. Very buenas noches, Señor George. Buenas noches, super salto de conejo Jorge. Gracias, Pastrifico. We're cargandoing into the warehouse with the Vulcan Raven boss fight. We're gonna be playing the final session, I bet, of Spanish Metal Gear Solid tonight, which has had a lot of story occurrences that pop up. In case any of you need a quick refresher on what's happened in the plot of Metal Gear Solid in España so far, please allow me to catch up. Vamos. Para impedir el lanzamiento del nuevo tipo de cabeza nuclear. Ugh, gross. Snake debe utilizar la llave de anulación de emergencia del código detenedor en la base subterránea de mantenimiento al norte o destruir al mismo Metal Gear. I feel like I've gotten worse at that over the weeks instead of better. Mientras Snake baja en el gran montacargos de alto horno que está mal área del campo de nieve para llegar al nivel inferior tras volver a derrotar a Sniper Wolf. Snake se entera por Master Miller que Naomi podría ser una espía. Snake no puede creerlo, pero todo lo que puedo hacer ahora es dirigirse a la base subterránea de mantenimiento. Woo! I've noticed that my strategy might not be very good for learning how to speak Spanish. It might just get me accustomed to hearing it and reading it. You gotta practice the hard R's. I think I'm getting a little better at the rolling, though. When I'm not thinking about it, it comes out more naturally. But if I try to slow my thinking down and quiet my brain up to really pay attention to what my tongue is doing when I roll, it doesn't happen. So before we begin the boss fight, let's equip C4 and body armor and watch the cutscene all the way through to full completion for the delight of all the spectators and myself. Controller's rumbling! Like, was that a heartbeat, or was it it was the crows, the ravens flapping their wings. Controller was rumbling to the ravens flapping their wings. So I have an easier time understanding him, because he sounds cheesier and worse. God, he loves rolling those R's.
Debías de sentirte incómodo siendo tan grande. Pero no era una batalla real.
Una batalla real.
Los cuervos y yo queríamos comprobar qué tipo de hombre eras. Y han dictado veredicto. Los cuervos creen que eres todo un guerrero. Pero estaría alucinando. No puedo moverme. El cuervo te ha puesto la marca de la muerte. Veo sangre de
This also feels like a cut gameplay feature, like a boss attack. Vulcan Raven freezes Snake in place with a Raven here, but he doesn't do that in the actual fight.
Tú y yo compartimos muchos antepasados. Pero no hay cuervos en mi linaje.
Bromeas.
No son buenos amigos. ¿Qué importa? Serás un adversario respetable. También vives en Alaska. ¿Conoces la Olimpiada Mundial Esquimo India? Sí, la conozco. Y debes de ser muy bueno en la prueba de comedores muktuk.
Comedores muktuk. Sí, tienes razón. He just sandbags it again, like, yes, that is the reason. His reaction was funny in Spanish, too. Oh, thanks, Ice Cream V. I don't know if I'd call it well, but I think I'm better than I was a few days ago. I don't think I'll get nauseous and throw up at the end of this stream like I did last one. Guvadores Moktok is Pete Kojima. Alright, first order of business is putting C4s down in the lower left corner. He's scheduled to come down here soon. There he is. Oh wait, no. He's not using his usual route. I don't think Vulcan Raven's AI is going to be different for the Spanish language dub. Also, I never really thought of using grenades against him before, but it seems like it would make a lot of sense for now while he is pretty far away from my C4 traps. And that did good damage. Might have like 9 or 10 more to go. It's not great, but it's good enough. Oh, different AI from the PC version. That would be interesting. I haven't heard that mentioned in the various changelogs and other documentation of the two versions. Okay, now is it time for me to try... Oh, come on. Try C4ing him. I just accidentally pressed it, though. Accidentally blew up one of my C4s. I still have more on the ground, don't I? Yeah. Oh no. I also need to bait him into blowing up a crate that'll topple down a ration on the right, lower right end of the stage. Oh yeah, I remember the Stinger missiles being an unlikely valid option as well. But I think for this run, I kind of like the grenades. It feels like I actually have a fair shot at hitting him face to face with a projectile this way. Oh, that killed me? I didn't know my health was so low.
Snake! Protect the snake! The snake!
I remember once hearing a Final Fantasy IV boss was harder in Italian because they mistranslated a piece of dialogue in the battle. How does... Maybe it like stops a cutscene too early or makes a cutscene go on too long. Yeah, like in one of these excessively verbose romance languages, does your character like get stuck in the cutscene for a few frames longer than what the cutscene is supposed to last? Are there too many syllables and grammatical suffixes on the words to not have your character be able to dodge out of the way of the boss's opening attack or something? That's funny. I want to research more about that. That sounds really funny. No! I just blew myself! I was trying to tap on the wall. I even unselected the C4, but he doesn't react to wall taps, I don't think. Okay, so I just gotta get his attention. Unless I can grab that extra ration and play it conservatively for the rest of the run, I think I'll consider this a practice run where I was just goofing off for too long and taking too much damage to really commit. I'm playing in hard mode, which these days doesn't even really strike me as very hard anymore, but I think it means I have to pay attention just enough to worry about that sort of thing, about keeping a consistent ration count. Yeah, I don't want to end this boss battle. Oh, come on. Without rations to throw around for the next one. Yeah, let's just... Let me just go ahead and restart this one and try it again. Good lord, he hurts on hard. Yeah, well, he's just as easy to flank and ambush as well, so it all adds up. Bum 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 bum. Brum bum bum. In Duel Links, some characters say so much bullshit in the English translation that the game automatically cuts them mid-sentence to keep the pace of the game. So, you're telling me that if I ever see a speed run for this associated game on Summer Games Done Quick or whatever, you're telling me that speedrunners may already actually be in the habit of changing the language to whatever is the quickest spoken language of them all. No! I wanted to wall tap again. Arrgh. Wait, can I... Nah, I'm not gonna screw around too much. Oh, that was like a long-range sharpshooter shot he just hit me with. That was uncharacteristic. The usual. I don't want to walk into that mine I just put down. Okay. He also has eyes on the back of his head or something. He's able to turn around and spot you quick. See if I can get him to knock down the ration over here. I believe it's, yeah, lower right corner, no. This is spooky. Oh no, this is really spooky. Oh my gosh, I didn't know he was down there. Now I'm really low on health, and I actually am giving this an honest try. I think I gotta flip on thermals. I remember putting mines down around here. really like that extra ration, please. Can I C4 it myself? I don't think I can, but I'm desperate enough to give it a try. I don't think it fell down. I would have heard the boop 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 by now. Oh boy, oh boy! Ah!
No, por favor, no. Snake.
No, por favor! Oh boy. Since his movement route is less predictable this time, I'm wondering if I should switch to grenades and stingers instead of the usual C4 into the predictive pathway that I'm used to from the PC version. Oh, we're still on Raven, Bunga. No, 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 no! Oh no! Wait, what happens if one of these crates, if one of these shipping containers actually falls on you? That would be disastrous. Okay, from here on out, for the rest of the boss battle, the lower left corner of the field should totally be an anti-Vulcan Raven zone. Can I actually get out of here myself? Oh no! Did the C4s blow up with it? No, good. Yeah, I want to lure him into the lower left corner, where there will be a lot of bullshit to hit him with. Oh, is it C4 time right about now? Yeah, that did not do a lot of damage though. I don't know if it was worth it. This camera is going nuts! Oh, let's lure him into shooting this, please, before the end of the boss battle, or else I may never get it. Maybe I should even take a few hits myself. Ah! No! Oh my goodness. I just want to catch his attention. I don't actually want to catch a bullet. There we go, there we go. It's falling, right? Oh, I don't want to hit him either. He's on his last... Oh, no! There's still another volley of bullets it needs to take before it falls down. Come on, shoot it. No, don't shoot me! What am I missing here about the projectile lead time system? Here, hello. Hello. I'm dead. Ah.
Snake? Snake?
I wonder if there is a reliable way to do that. I think you needed to have him where you died. I don't know. I think it's, maybe now the case that I really should just focus on playing safely instead of betting on me getting that ration to get knocked down at some point during the fight. I've been playing like a little bit of a loose cannon because I've been betting on that healing item falling down during the fight, and it's not worked out. So maybe I'll just play like a normal Metal Gear gamer instead of letting myself get hit a few times. He probably needs to be at closer range. Whether or not it insta-punishes you with a one-frame hit scan, or has, a volley of projectile bullets that take a minute to reach from one end of the stage to another, seems dependent on how much time he has to spot you and the state of the stealth system going on or something like that. Talked about how I was gonna play it safer, and I've already taken 3 hits. Yeah, look at how long it takes those bullets to go visually down the aisle when you have a good long sight line, but sometimes the overhead camera had it appear as if they were instantly teleport. Okay, I had a few frames to escape that time. Whoa, whoa! And he's like, is he turning around and zigzagging? I feel like he is moving way more unpredictably than I'm used to for this sort of thing. And I died because I forgot to eat a ration on my way out. Ah! Come on, let's move on. This isn't even that hard of a boss. I'm just making him harder than I need to be. Random question for Jorge in chat. Recently moved into a new apartment. I'm trying to make it homier. Any decorating tips? Ideally without spending too much. Well, if you sure don't like spending money and sure want to make your place homey, then I sure would recommend against spending way too much money on plastic that'll get turned into semi-permanent wastage in the landfill in a few years whenever you're done with it anyway. I like making printouts of photos I've taken on vacation travel trip journeys to exotic and faraway locales where the language on the street signs is different. No! Oh wait, no, that's fine. One of, yeah, this is a favorite practice of mine. I don't know if you would call it super duper cheap because it costs a good $20 or $30 or something to make a custom print of a photo of your own. I thought he would throw it over the crates! But, it's certainly less expensive than other methods. And it's easy too. You can do it at convenience store, drugstore style businesses. CVS, Walgreens, and my corner of the woods is where you do it. And then you buy a frame from IKEA if you really want it to last. And that can run you another $10, $15, but is not ultimately necessary. More if you just want to preserve the printout for long term. Hey, can I get him to shoot again? No. I should not rely on luring him into lowering the ration I would like him to lower. Okay, this time I'm gonna rethink... No! He's not where I think he'll be! I was gonna try and rethink the lower right corner as being the Vulcan Raven danger zone, but... But he just popped up right in front of the path I thought was clear. He solid snaked on me. Like, how in the world is this guy getting away with using stealth against me? He's no cyborg ninja. This is a way stealthier boss fight, and like, the look and sound of this character is the least stealthy boss of them all. A guy carrying several times his weight in minigun ammo is out-sneaking me somehow. Does he change behaviors depending on what weapon you have switched? And what is it that makes him, like, turn around all of a sudden when you're trying to sneak up on him? It actually is as if he has eyes on the back of his head. Oh boy. I would like to get some posters, put some stuff on the wall, but I'm not sure what kind of posters. I have mixed feeling about putting gaming/nerd-relating stuff on my walls as a dude in my late 20s. I kind of feel that looks childish. I have a fun story to tell about a Borat poster I have on my wall that I'm looking to replace soon. There's, for the longest of times, been a a Borat Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan poster on the wall, and I don't know, I feel like it's not exactly, representative of where I am in my life right now. Every time I look at that Borat poster, I feel a little bit of dissonance kicking in. I think its time has come. I think the time has come for me to replace the Borat poster on my wall with something a little more classier, I would hope. And so I was thinking... No! I was thinking of putting some, Homer scene on the wall in its place. Like a scene of, the Iliad or the Odyssey where Hector is putting up with bullshit or Odysseus is getting away with bullshit. Or a, probably more likely candidate would be a scene of the Olympians, scheming a... Oh my god! Hang on, let me get back in. Yeah, a classical art printout of a Homeric scene. Either Odysseus getting away with bullshit. I shouldn't have even died. I could have eaten a ration and continued playing the game fine. Hector putting up with bullshit, Odysseus getting away with bullshit, or better yet, what I think fits both stories is, the Olympians looking smug and childish in some, like, overly decorate Baroque Rococo ceiling painting that I might even hang up on my ceiling of them looking down at you from heaven and smirking at you. Yeah, either cast your votes now, Twitch stream. What should I replace the Borat poster right in front of my face right now with? Odysseus getting away with bullshit, Hector putting away with bullshit, or the Olympians scheming up some bullshit for them to deal with? What's, I personally am voting Olympians. But what do you, as my humble viewers on Twitch, think represents the current fiascos of my life and what I could be looking at to absorb into my my animal's eyeballs for greater inspiration and comfort right now? As something that would make me feel good about finally getting rid of this childish Borat poster I've had on my wall since I was 16 years old. Look at him, he just turned around, like, he started sauntering down a lane as if he was gonna commit and then he faked me out. The AI on Vulcan Raven is way different in this version than on the PC version. I've gotten used to something else. I've gotten used to a way this game is not meant to be played. I know that there's I know that there's a long list of changes that a developer of the PC version once posted years ago. I don't remember Vulcan Raven's AI showing up on that list, but there's absolutely something going on here that has to amount to some kind of substantial enough change that the developers themselves certainly would have noticed. Ooh, I gotta get away. I put C4 down, not a mine. That's better. That is better. I gotta remember that, actually. Since I can't trigger my own C4s so accidentally, I should be relying on them more than claymores, George said as he pulled out the claymores and slapped a couple ones down. Claymores to the left, claymores to the left. George, by God, don't forget that you're putting claymores down on the left. Let's get out of here and start fighting him on the right. And consider those claymores as a surprise later on. predicted him that time. But since the left is going to be the Claymore zone for a while, I figured I might add a few more to the pile before I lose them forever. Oh boy. I slipped out. Okay, yeah, now he's getting all blown up. Oh my god, this is spooky! Sometimes he's in the left ear, sometimes he's in the right ear, he's at an indeterminate distance. I'm worried of running into my own mines the further to the left I go. I think I can get him now. Or not quite. Yeah! Yeah! Hahaha!
Como ya dijo el jefe, es mi existencia la que ya no es necesaria en
Oh, I
este
feel that, buddy. I knew what he said without having to translate it.
Pero mi cuerpo no seguirá en este lugar. Mi espíritu y carne se
Bum bum bum
convertirán
bum.
en los cuerpos.
Thanks for the $50, Trigger the Discovery.
Regresaré a la madre tierra que me hizo.
Yeah.
Snake,
ehSnek. I have grocery money now. Yeah.
¿entiendes?
You're vigilant? Listen? Wait, did I parse that right? I don't...
Snake, llévate esta tarjeta. Podrás abrir esa puerta. ¿Por qué? Eres una serpiente que no fue creada por la naturaleza. Tú y el jefe sois ambos de otro mundo. Un mundo que yo no deseo conocer.
Oh, vigilando is another way to say watching over you. I get it. Like the Cámaras de Vigilancia. So it doesn't just necessarily mean security or vigilance, but just looking around in general. Ante des ojos. I heard him hang a bit on the horse. Os ojos. A lot of words change with the context, but not with the etymology. That is a way to describe vigilance in many different terms in English. It works. It is not that hard to go back and forth, I don't think. Maestro de the way he said that too. Camouflage. He's getting really cheesy and really campy, especially now. Ángel de la Muerte. Really? Does that pop up in the English translation? And an angel of death? Ángel de la Muerte. They're talking about Fox die, but I don't, in my memory at least, have it memorized as him using angel of death to describe the virus getting passed on. Ángel de la Muerte.
En el mundo natural no existe la llamada carnicería ilimitada. Esta siempre tiene un final, pero tú eres diferente.
¿Qué estás intentando decir?
La ruta que recorres no tiene fin.
Oh.
Tu camino está cubierto por los cadáveres de tus enemigos.
Oh, is it just me, or is his voice actor now getting good instead of campy and silly? Maybe only because I know so many of the words, but... Okay, now he's back to... Now he's back to a more cartoony mode. But it seemed like for a few lines he was really into that character and how dramatic his last words were gonna be. Did I get a full heal or a partial?
Snake, soy yo.
Master,
Es sobre Naomi. Apague el monitor.
¿qué ocurre con Naomi?
Mierda.
Coronel, ¿está ahí Naomi? No, se ha ido. Está echando un sueñecito. ¿Pero qué pasa con Naomi?
Ok, quizás sea mejor que el coronel escuche esto.
Sí. Adelante, Master.
Oh, egregious factor. I can't wait to hear Mask Off Liquid. I've been waiting this whole game to hear more Liquid. Sueñecito is slang for nap. Un sueñecito tan tierno el coronel. So it's like a cute little nap. So wait a second, if like... Sueñecito. If a man takes a nap, is he taking a sueño? But if a woman takes a nap, she takes a sueñecito? Voy a echar un sueñecito. Cute little nap. I can't imagine how differently it would sound if they said that Naomi was taking a cute little nap in English.
Nos ha traicionado y debe ser arrestada e interrogada para descubrir con quién está.
Si es uno de sus espías, entonces tenemos problemas. ¿Qué quiere decir?
Oh, nada. Coronel, ¿está ella al corriente de algún secreto vital o algo parecido? Esto tiene algo que ver con las
If your
misteriosas
4-year-old
muertes
daughter
del
takes a
general
nap, it's a
presidente de
sueñecito.
No tengo ni idea.
En fin.
But wait, in Spain, when a woman takes a nap, then is she taking a sueñecito? But in Latin America, she would be taking a sueña or something like that. Why did they say that? Why did they say that about Naomi taking a nap?
Tenemos que descubrir quién es ella y qué está haciendo aquí.
Lo entiendo. Snake, deme algo de tiempo. Ya no me queda tiempo para usted.
Hey, let me see if I can get that ration. I don't think I can get that ration. I think it's gone. Has it even been despawned from the game's universe? Yes, yes it has. It's gone forever and never coming back. She makes cute little snores. Wait, never mind, it's fine. I'm playing on hard mode, not extreme, and they're just handing out rations like crazy. Oh no, they're frozen. What am I gonna do? I've gotten myself used to playing this on extreme mode, which has really hardened me up and given me these ridiculously thorough, comprehensive habits. Okay, so regarding to the sueñecito. Oh, the rations warmed up with the chime. I guess if you keep them in your pockets and run around in circles for a few seconds, they warm up from the body heat. That's so cute. Okay, so regarding the sueñecito, it is the same in Latin American. I think they use it as a way of implying a short nap. Maybe they were going for short little nap, but it sounded funny to me coming from the Colonel. Me too. Don't forget to save. Oh, check the description of the rations. Devuelven la energía. Besar posando B mientras se abra el menú. I don't know. I didn't see anything too very interesting. Hopefully I'm not gonna burn through all my chaff doing this. I'm gonna need both chaff and stinger missiles for the Rex fight. This is funny. This is totally a Sin's Fortress Dark Souls room. Neither the game developers nor the terrorists on Shadow Moses Island need this many cameras for this particular chunk of hallway. It is only there for the game developers to laugh at you. The excess budget room. Also, I think it's just millennial brainworms, but whenever I look down at the little pathway at the bottom by the running water down there, I start having flashbacks to the aquatic canalways in Half-Life 1. Oh, prepare for good music! I'm gonna shut up and let the good music play. Wait, let me get body armor. Never mind, I'm gonna shut up and let the good music play. God, and those camera angles look so good. There's computer noises in the background. I don't think these are in the PC version. Okay. Computer noises like synth button pressing chimes. They're fading in and out of the left ear mostly. There are subtle layers of instrumentation that are missing from the PC version. It's not a drastically big difference, it's subtle, but it's there. I hear it now, I did not hear it before. By the way, if you want to hear an epic Spanish dub, you should listen to Deckard Cain in Diablo 2. That's the guy you get to read Don Quixote or the Iliad. Epic shit.
¿Qué ocurre? ¿Has encontrado un buen escondite?
Sí, gracias al equipo de camuflaje. Parece ser que han acabado de preparar a Metal Gear.
¿Cómo puedes saberlo?
Les oí hablar. ¿Dónde estás ahora?
Delante mismo de Metal Gear. Pero es extraño.
¿El qué?
No hay nadie aquí. Ni guardas, nadie patrulla. Demasiado tranquilo.
Quizá porque están ya listos. Dicen que ya han introducido los códigos PAL.
¿Qué debería hacer?
Solo podemos utilizar el sistema de anulación del que habló el presidente Baker.
Pero solo tengo una de las 3 llaves. Y además, como dijo Ocelot, ¿hay algún truco para utilizarlas?
Déjamelo a mí.
¿Has pensado en algún plan?
Bueno, estoy en la sala de ordenadores. Intento acceder a los ficheros privados de Baker.
Los ficheros. ¿No necesitas una contraseña?
Ficheros.
Por supuesto,
Ficheros.
pero hay formas.
¿Eres un pirata?
Sí, soy todo un pirata informático.
¿Crees que serás capaz de entrar?
No lo sé todavía, pero lo intentaré.
Confío mucho en ti.
Files is ficheros. Okay. That was a new one on me. I hadn't encountered that one before. They're best buddies already. Wait, ficheros is folders or files, or is it gonna matter in this context?
Snake, soy yo otra vez.
¿Cómo va eso?
Tirando. Acabo de pasar el tercer nivel de seguridad. Era un tipo muy cuidadoso.
¿Crees que lograrás entrar pronto?
No hay ningún sistema impenetrable para mí.
Bien, sigue probando.
No talk about the ficheros that time. Be either, because it's, yeah, PC talk. I don't think it would matter too much unless they need to specify with another word. So, in Spanish, is there a different amount of specification required if you are talking about a file versus a folder? Ficheros and carpetas. Folders in real life versus digital. Oh, it's a real life versus digital thing. Okay. I get it, I think. I could get used to that. Look at this, like, muscle memory I've internalized about carefully peeking around the corners with, without a radar on me. I'm used to a couple extra steps that generally tend to work out very well.
Snake, lo hice.
¿Pasaste la seguridad?
¡Bingo!
Bingo! Fantastico!
He accedido al fichero confidencial Metal Gear.
So wait, do they still say bingo as like a positive exclamatory word in Spanish nowadays? That's cute.
El secreto
Bingo!
de la nueva arma nuclear. Como
Oh no,
pensaba,
an occult
la
secret
cabeza
about the nuclear
está
weapon.
diseñada para ser lanzada desde el Railgun.
Also, I love how medieval it sounds
No usa
sometimes.
combustible, por lo que no
Que
se considera
demonios,
y así
el
puede
secreto
sortear todo tipo de
oculto.
tratados internacionales.
¡Qué cabrones!
Sí, pero eficaces.
Everyone
Si
knows
supieras
what
lo más
bingo
terrible sobre esta
means.
nueva arma,
Dime todo lo que sabes.
es un arma invisible.
¿Quieres decir que no sale en el radar?
Sí.
The game was released in
La verdad es que llevan
98.
buscando un misil invisible desde finales de los 70.
¿Y por qué no han podido
It's a
desarrollar
cutting
uno
edge
hasta
piece
ahora?
of technology.
Debido a
What
que
are
el
you
sistema
talking?
de
Why
propulsión de
bring up the
misiles
date?
lo podrían detectar los satélites
Metal Gear
enemigos.
Solid 1 has not existed for
Pero a
99.9% of
diferencia
human
de un
history.
misil, el Railgun no quema combustible.
It's still
y no puede
new
ser detectado por
in the
ningún
grand
sistema
scheme
de
of
detección
things.
actual,
Una cabeza nuclear invisible.
que es imposible de interceptar. Y además
It still
tiene
is
una
weirding
cabeza
me out to hear
penetrante
them
de
say una
superficie,
cabeza de
diseñada
nuclear.
para
It's making me
penetrar
think
bases
ahead
subterráneas
of
blindadas.
nuclear
Aprendimos la
rather
lección
than a
en la guerra
nuclear
del Golfo.
warhead.
Esa cosa podría
I keep
significar
thinking
el
of
fin del
someone's
mundo.
head when they say that. And I think of like the little nuclear symbol, the Duke Nukem symbol on their forehead whenever they're talking about a cabeza nuclear guerra. If that's the arrangement of the
Si esto
words.
sale a la luz,
Instead of
podría
imagining a
retrasar
nuclear
la
missile with the
Velocidad 3
nuclear
y
symbol
provocar
on it,
una
I'm imagining
internacional.
Duke Nukem's
Sería algo
shiny
terrible. Los
forehead.
Estados Unidos serían denunciados por la ONU. Incluso podría provocar la caída del presidente.
¿Estaba al corriente, coronel?
Lo siento.
Usted ha cambiado, coronel.
No quiero buscar excusas.
Snake has an
Snake,
amazingly wider range in this. He sounded
De hecho, nunca ha sido
not
probada,
necessarily
solo
pissed off and
simulada.
angry, but I kind of sad and
¿Usa un
disappointed.
modelo informático?
He's able to, whereas David Hayter seems to go between normal and pissed off and impatient. This guy has like 4 different modes he can switch in and out of.
Parece ser que fue mejor de lo que
He
esperaba.
can be normal, he can be angry and impatient, he can also be sad, he can also be sexy.
Sería lógico pensar que datos tan importantes se registren minuciosamente.
Lo fueron. El presidente me dio un disco óptico con los datos de la prueba.
¿Qué? ¿Y lo tiene todavía?
No. Ocelot logró quitármelo.
Mierda. Los terroristas han sustituido la cabeza nuclear falsa por una auténtica. Una vez introduzcan los códigos detonadores, estarán listos para lanzar.
¿Crees que pueden hacerlo?
Bueno, la cabeza nuclear falsa fue diseñada para ser idéntica a la real. O sea que sí.
¿Has descubierto ya cómo anular los códigos?
Aún no. Debe estar en otro fichero. Ahora mismo estoy repasando todos los ficheros.
Hey George, you
personales
watched
del
any
equipo.
Nick Cage movies dubbed into Japanese since the last stream? Unfortunately not, but maybe I should. Maybe that should be my evening's entertainment for tonight. Okay, Mannequin Yo, you seem to know what you're talking about, and I seem to feel a genuine, for some reason, I seem to be feeling a genuine sense of remorse in not watching any Nick Cage dubbed in Japanese movies. So, if you would please enlighten me as to... Where did that guy go? There he is. If you could please enlighten me... Oh my goodness. As to how I could do this quickly and affordably as tonight's entertainment, I would greatly appreciate it because that sounds like an amazing evening to giggle myself to sleep with. Oh my gosh, they finally have a guard drop a ration during the one moment where I don't need it. Shoot in the dick. There wasn't enough time to get a dick shot in. I'm sorry.
Snake.
¿Lo has encontrado?
I'm sorry, Trig the Discovery. You sent me $50 and I did the one thing I see you say finally is shoot him in the dick, and it happened afterwards. Okay, for you, Trig the Discovery, since you sent me $50, I will shoot him in the dick when he respawns on the way back. And if I don't, you're allowed to send me like 50 cents with the message chastising me, so I'll have to read it. Don't worry, Trig the Discovery, I got you. You will get your $50 worth in a few minutes after a really fun cutscene with Spanish Liquid.
Y el código anulador.
Dame un poco más de tiempo.
When I was younger, I also thought cabeza nuclear meant a literal human head. You know what? I'll get used to it. Give me like 15 more years, and eventually I'll start picturing the missile. Until then, I'm gonna be picturing a cabeza and then a nuclear, as opposed to the other way around. Could you shoot Liquid in the dick? Maybe. We'll find out.
Use los códigos PAN y
Okay.
desconecte el dispositivo de seguridad. Ahora podemos
Everyone knows what
lanzar.
okay means too.
Siguen sin dar respuesta desde Washington. Creo que vamos a tener que demostrarles que vamos en serio.
¿La dirijo hacia Chernoton en Rusia?
Chernoton.
No. Ha habido cambios. El nuevo objetivo es Lopnor, China. ¿Y por qué?
Lopnor.
Estoy seguro de que ni a ti ni a Mr. Gurlukovich os gustaría que lanzásemos una bomba nuclear en vuestra patria, ¿no?
Liquid. ¿Por qué? Si allí no hay nada.
Falso. Es un centro de pruebas.
¿Pruebas nucleares?
Si bombardeamos una gran ciudad, el juego ha acabado. Pero una explosión en un campo de pruebas se le puede ocultar al público. Y mientras, Washington se preocupará del ataque como represalia desde China.
So they're
Y los
saying they
líderes
don't
de
want
ambos
to
países mantendrán conversaciones
directly bomb
secretas.
too close to a
Eso es.
base, but
Y mientras tanto, el presidente se verá obligado a divulgar
close
la
enough to
existencia de
cover
una
it up
nueva
from
y
the
muy
public.
desestabilizadora arma nuclear a los chinos. ¿Y qué crees que supondrá para la reputación de los Estados Unidos o la del presidente?
la
Y con el
reputación de
eso significa que
Estados
China,
Unidos.
Ya veo.
Sí. Cuando los demás países se enteren de esta nueva arma, todos querrán contactar con nosotros. Washington no estará muy contento cuando empecemos a vender su propio
He doesn't sound
sistema
quite as
al
silly
mejor
this
postor.
time.
Sí, el presidente cederá. Cederá a nuestras exigencias.
El ADN de Big Boss y $1.000 millones.
$1.000 millones.
Esa pasta
Leonardo
se usará también para
Dolores.
curar a los soldados Genoma. E incluyo también en las exigencias la vacuna Fox Die.
Fox Die. Mató a Octopus y al presidente de ehSnek. Es verdad que afecta primero a los viejos. A Mantis quizás no le afectase porque utilizaba una máscara.
Wolf tampoco fue infectada. Quizás
Yes,
por
when
los
the
tranquilizantes
sunglasses
que
drop,
siempre
I'll need to
tomaba.
shut up and just
¿Algo que ver con el nivel de
Just
adrenalina en
smile.
la sangre? O simplemente debido a que este Foxdie era todavía experimental y aún no han descubierto todos los virus.
Por cierto, ¿sabes algo de tu buen amigo, el coronel Sergei Gurlukovich, en el Spetsnaz?
Sigue teniendo dudas de la capacidad de Metal Gear. Dijo que hablemos cuando el test de lanzamiento haya sido un éxito.
Es un tipo muy prudente.
Mil millones means
No
a
hay nada de qué
billion.
preocuparse.
So
El
it's
coronel
like
desea tanto a Metal
a
Gear y la
1,000
nueva arma
millions
nuclear que
or
hará la prueba.
something like that.
Si Rusia quiere recuperar su posición como superpotencia militar, deberá reforzar su arsenal nuclear. Necesita un arma nuclear que no pueda ser interceptada. Metal Gear les dará capacidad para tener iniciativa de ataque sobre el resto del mundo.
Su ejército profesional está hecho trizas y piensan que pueden restaurar el poder militar del país con armas nucleares. Ese Gurlukovich no es un soldado, es un político.
Pero él nos proporcionó el Hind y la mayoría de nuestro armamento pesado.
Tiene a más de 1000 soldados bajo su mando. Si unimos las fuerzas, podríamos organizar una buena resistencia aquí. Desde que Mantis murió, el lavado de cerebro del soldado Genoma está fallando. Y me preocupa la moral de los hombres. Una alianza con los rusos serviría para estimularla.
¿Qué está diciendo?
The men
Los que
need to
tenemos
be
aquí
stimulated
atrincherados
to
va a ser una
increase
larga
their
guerra.
morale or
No
something
podemos
like that.
escapar.
Tenemos el arma más potente que ha existido
Político.
nunca y vamos a aliarnos con las fuerzas de Gurlukovich.
¿Quiere enfrentarse al mundo entero?
¿Y qué hay de malo en ello?
Okay,
Una lucha contra el
so
mundo.
with regards to
Podemos lanzar
Japanese
una
dubbed
cadena
Nick
nuclear a
Cage
cualquier lugar
movies,
del planeta que
we
sea
gotta
invisible
pick
al
one.
radar e imposible de
I'm not
interceptar.
gonna start a
Además,
Japanese
esta base está
Amazon
llena de
account to
cabezas
rent
nucleares.
them. There's
Una
gotta
vez
be a
tengamos
better
el
way.
ADN y el dinero, el mundo será nuestro.
Pero jefe, ¿qué hay de la promesa al coronel Gurlukovich?
No me interesa el
What's
renacimiento
that
de la madre
chiming
Rusia.
noise?
No pensará en revivir el sueño de Big Boss.
Desde hoy,
Is it
este
music?
lugar se llamará Outer Heaven.
Boom.
El sueño de Big Boss. Jefe,
Sueño.
no le preocupa
Okay,
que
so
el
I've
mal
heard
pueda ser
sueño mean
anulado.
luck as well as mean
Si
like
se vuelve a
vision
marcar
or
el código,
dream or
será
ideal.
desactivado.
No hay
Bueno
problema.
suerte.
El
No,
jefe de arma
no,
y el
no,
presidente de
suerte.
Amstec ya
Bueno
están
suerte.
muertos.
That
¿Sabes, Snake, cómo
suerte
funciona
is
el
like
sistema de
sweat.
oración?
Suerta is
¿No
luck.
sabes?
No llevaba
Sueño
ninguna llave.
must mean vision or dream.
Ahora nadie puede detener a Metal Gear.
Do what you want because a pirate is
Deberíamos
free.
hablar con
Okay.
esa mujer.
Now
Puede
you're
que la
speaking
mate.
my language,
Déjale
Mannequin
vivir.
Yo, but we still
Es
gotta
la sobrina
pick
de Gabriel
one.
y
We
a
gotta
Snake le
pick one.
gusta. Nos servirá como un as en la manga.
Wait, did he just tell us we gotta read the manga before we watch the anime? So manga is a Spanish word that means something I need to know right now.
Snake, tengo los ficheros secretos de Baker.
Buen trabajo.
¿Cómo va por ahí?
Han acabado de introducir los códigos PAL. ¿Cómo podemos desactivarlos?
Bien, el sistema de anulación al que se refería el presidente Baker puede usarse para introducir los códigos detonadores. Si insertas las llaves cuando la cabeza nuclear está activada, la desactivas. Y si las insertas cuando está inactiva, entonces se activa. Y solo se
As
pueden
in the
utilizar
manga
las llaves
equals
una vez.
ace in the hole
Solo una
slash
vez.
sleeve. Manga means
Así es.
sleeve.
Será mejor que empieces. Casi no tenemos tiempo.
Pero hacen falta 3 llaves. Y yo solo tengo una.
Did they bother changing the name of Japanese comic books to anything else? Because it still kind of fits. It's like a sleeve full of pages.
La llave está hecha de aleación maleable de memoria.
¿Aleación maleable de memoria?
Sí,
Sueño
es
is
un material que
dream.
cambia de forma a distintas
Suerte
temperaturas.
is luck.
Y es el material de la llave.
Esta
Outer
llave.
heaven.
La llave cambia de forma a
Outer.
distintas
How did he say it?
temperaturas.
O sea que esta llave son 3 llaves en una. Ajá, buen truco.
This snake is so good! He's so good! He is like an actually more likable human character. I swear, did you guys hear that? That genuine appreciation?
Cada
Good
símbolo
God.
corresponde a una llave distinta.
Good God.
Las
I
llaves
can't believe we've been
entran en
hearing an
orden de
inferior
izquierda
snake our
a
whole
derecha.
entire lives. This is
La izquierda es
nuts.
para la temperatura ambiente. ¿Ves el símbolo?
This is such a more fun version of the character that does not contradict anything about the David Hayter version of the character either. It is just a straight upgrade. That's still nuts for me to be thinking about.
Tras insertar la llave en el módulo, un disco duro lee la información contenida en ella. Una vez hayas acabado con las 3 terminales, el proceso de código input ha acabado. Pero ten cuidado, solo puedes utilizar la llave 3 veces. Es un sistema de emergencia y solo se puede utilizar una sola vez.
El mundo depende de esa llave, Snake.
¿Quién eres?
Joder.
Oh, there, I guess, is another
Desagüe.
Snake.
profanity. But did you guys hear the card go on its way down? I don't think they do that in the PC version. Liquid's fun, liquid's fun, I gotta shut up.
Snake, tienes que coger esa llave.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, now if you'll please excuse me for one moment, let me just stun this guy and then walk away for a very, very long time to the edge of the catwalk. And now equip the sniper rifle, where I will steadily line up a shot. Did I get him in the dick? I mean, that might have been more like... Ah! Oh, wait, this is fine. That might have been more like left ball. So let's see if I can fine-tune the aim a little bit here. I don't think that was close enough to the dick itself. Also, let's make sure that I have the diazepam equipped so that I can fine-tune the precision aim shot right on his dick. Yes! Okay, that was... Oh no. We got another fully intact penis on the way coming down the catwalk. Let us prepare for this possibility. Now, I do think I've shot one guard in the left testicle, another guard in, like, the worst part of the dick to get hit, too. That was, like, full-on top center. Okay, diazepam, and... There! And now that was, like, mid-center mass of the dick. I think I've... Where'd he go? ¿Quién dónde es? I think I have helped Trig the Discovery now get their $20 worth. $50 worth. Yay, Extreme Dick Shooting 1998. ¿Dónde se fue? We had a little bit of slapstick comedy. 3 doses of good dick shot humor. We're having a good night so far. Things are going swell. I also got $50 to spend on groceries. I'm gonna be making homemade pizza for the rest of the week. It's gonna be a good week, guys! Last night I made a large batch of homemade pizza dough, and I stirred cumin and chili powder and garam masala into the dough, and it has been rising in the refrigerator for about 20 hours now. I have half of it in the freezer that I'm going to use in a few days' time. And once again, I'm gonna feel very strange and weird about talking about how being a self-employed single male in poverty is unironically great cooking. Good food, good cooking, good healthy habits to be in. I can't wait to eat this homemade pizza that I will buy some actual toppings from the grocery store with now that I have $50 to throw around. Yeah, things are going swell by George standards, oh boy. What's up, Boss Bunny Hop? Welcome, Spill Politiet. I think I remember you. I see Mr. Master Greg posted. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Ay, caramba! Did I get the card? Where's the card? I don't think it's going to be highlighted in the thermal vision. I think what they want me to do is just swim around in the poop water long enough to pick it up. Let me see if I can understand Campbell's instructions. What kind of cheese are you using? Store brand cheese. I don't even... Store brand Mexican cheese mix. Oh god, I gotta turn the Windows 10 nightlight off now. Oh no, I accidentally paused the Windows 10 everything. Okay, there we go, now we're back.
Los terroristas están acabando de introducir los códigos. Ahora solo se puede impedir el lanzamiento reintroduciendo los códigos detonadores.
Yeah, let's definitely hear Natasha before we go back in the poop water.
Encuentra la llave, Snake. Solo eso sirve.
Nastasha.
Reducirá los daños que sufras por los disparos. Está diseñado para impedir que penetren las balas, pero seguirás sintiendo el impacto. No confíes demasiado en la armadura.
Oh, Kanzi, it was good. The love on the battlefield line in this version is actually good. Yay! Found it! Just talking about body armor. Let's, grenade would probably be fun in Spanish.
Has encontrado algunas granadas. Solo tienes que sacar la anilla y explotará tras 5 segundos.
The granadas explotará.
Puedes hacer muchas cosas en esos 5 segundos, Snake. De ti depende cómo los utilices.
So I think she said don't get caught in your own explosion and don't rely on them exclusively. They're for multiple different situational uses. Did I get that right? How's your hand, by the way? It's not great, my friend. I'm sorry to report. I think I might have been sleeping on it at a bad angle for 2 nights in a row, and I constructed my own do-it-yourself poverty carpal tunnel brace out of a soda bottle, and I am hoping for the best. So far, it's had a better day than it had Saturday and Sunday, but Saturday and Sunday were not good days for it. Oh, she was talking about a 5-second delay? I missed that entirely. I don't remember 5 segundos coming up. They might have been using more complicated words to talk about that 5-second delay. Lucky God gave us 2 hands. Unfortunately, when you're in poverty, it's really, really hard not to use one of your hands for a whole day, because I was able to go light on it, I want to say Saturday, but ultimately, by the time Sunday rolled around, I had to do a bunch of cooking and a bunch of manly handyman do-it-yourself repair work, vacuuming gunk water out of the air conditioners, and yeah, at some point it's just not practical anymore to hold back on one hand at the sacrifice of dirty apartment and no food in the fridge. Gonna have to start using your feet instead. Oh yeah, that's the instant solution. Culebra Solida. Solid Stranger sounds really bad, doesn't it? Okay, where's my diazepam? I can't believe this. Trig the discovery. Oh, I can lead the target. He can walk into... He can walk into... to getting shot in the dick at some point if I line the shot up well enough. It's just a matter of waiting him to cross dick over crosshairs. So why doesn't Snake question where the bad guys went after they spotted him and raised an alert in this room in particular? Oh, because they have cameras active that fill the room with gas if you get spotted. That's why. There's still a convincing security system in place to maintain the plausible deniability of their ruse. Dang, what did you do to your hand? Oh, it's Joe Baggs, 88, who holds many things. I think you'll be happy to know that I've worked a little bit on Homer over the past weeks. It was a carpet cleaning project. There were some old nasty stains that I finally found a reliable method for getting them out by using hydrogen peroxide and baking soda and then punching the shit out of the carpet stain. And like really hard too. You gotta put your man strength into those punches. If your fist makes it all the way, pounds the carpet with enough pressure... Haha! I made it out! Tough luck, guys. You know what that means, though. Oh wait, does it? Is the timer gonna reset? Also, did they turn nightlight mode? No, Windows 10, I told you already. Nightlight off, please. A carpet cleaning method where I literally punch the shit out of the stains to clean the stains up. If your fist has a paper towel and then a glob of hydrogen peroxide with a dusting of baking soda that's been resting for about 20 minutes, and you punch that stain with enough force to make contact between, to make all three layers contact the baseboard underneath, you can get some pretty tough, old, nasty stains from your dog from a year ago that you might have missed! Out really well. Spill Plate just donated $10. Here's $10 for some oats or something. Man's gotta eat. Thanks. Fortunately, I don't think it's bad. Okay, there have been times... Should I be saying this on stream? I have been living through worse poverty before, but not while needing to take care of my sweet old mother. And I was not begging for money on stream as bad during those times as I have now. Right now, I actually have enough money to spend $3 on cereal at the grocery store. It's gotta be Cheerios, though. God, there was like a routine during some pandemic month or another when I was not getting work done and had no money to throw around where I did rely on oats for breakfast, and that sucked. You don't ever want to have poverty bad enough to where you're eating oats. And if you ever do have poverty, you might as well have poverty while you're in a single male self-employment kind of situation where you have agency about it and you're not also screwing anyone else's life with your own poverty. But yeah, I've been in oats level poverty before, and that's the worst. Although I'm just now realizing that my bicycle is also broken and I'm gonna have to take a city bus to do transportation again, and that's some, in Atlanta at least, not a great level of poverty to be at. But oats poverty is worse than city bus poverty by George standards. If I have to eat oats for breakfast, then I know something's gotta change fast. What's wrong with your bicycle? Regular ordinary wear and tear. Fortunately, no scary stories with that one, but it is a bit of a scary situation. After 12 years, the tire in my bike has developed a tear in it that's gotten wider and wider over the past few weeks, until I noticed that the tear was wide enough that the tube inside was bulging out and poking out. And under that kind of condition, I could run into any sort of bump in the road and it would compress the tire, or rather compress the tube so much that it would poke through a hole in the tire and then explode right there on the street in front of everyone. And in this downtown Atlanta environment, it can be easily mistaken for a gunshot, and I don't want to freak anyone out with my exploding bicycle tires on the street. It happened a second time when I was in my apartment. I was inspecting my tire. I found the tear, the hole, the breach. I padded it up with some material. The solution to this problem is you create what's called a tire boot. Oh my gosh, I'm getting more money from sympathetic people. Joe Baggs says, Joe Baggs, who holds many things, said thanks for the cleaning tips. It's a good tip. Look it up. Hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, carpet cleaning. You'll find a guide in Lickety Split that will, if you move your furniture out of the way, as I had done and found some weird stains from years ago that you had missed from years ago, this is how you do it. You punch the shit out of your carpet, but don't punch the shit enough out of it to give your fingers carpal tunnel syndrome. Why is my Palkia not freezing? Oh my god, what was I on? Bicycle poverty. Right, my bike is broken, and because of poverty, I'm gonna have to wait a while before ordering a new $80 tire, because the tire had endured a good 22 to 20, no. 12 to 24 is 12 years. 12 years of wear and tear. I couldn't find any piece of metal or a nail or something that caused this tear. It seemed like a pretty natural, ordinary mystery tear that I am just going to attribute to wear and tear. Maybe if I get on the ground and spin around in a circle, my key will change faster. And I was trying to fix it and burned through a lot of good bike tire repair supplies trying to fix this thing. What you do when you have a hole in your tire is you stuff the breach with either crumbled up potato chip bags or notebook paper. It doesn't have to be very serious material. In my case, I have an abundance of notebook paper, and I use that to try and patch a tire tear, and it didn't work. I inflated my tires to like 70 psi in my own apartment, and it still popped like a very loud gunshot. It was ringing in my ears for maybe a minute. I am not going to risk doing that a second time. I am going to instead choose to take the bus until I have $80 to throw around on a new tire again. And it'll be easy. That's really one of the least of my problems. I am more annoyed right now by the PAL key not freezing. I'm more annoyed by not having a good amount of freedom to spend on food. I am more annoyed by not having a good amount of freedom to spend on Lyft rides whenever I do need quick city transportation. I tend to do it with my dog in tow with me, and that's the kind of situation where I would not even use my bike. I would use a Lyft. A $10, $15 Lyft ride is something I wish I didn't have to think so much about nowadays. Yeah, as far as the poverty panics go, I don't think... Why is the card not freezing? I don't think I'm feeling poverty panics at the moment, so much as I'm just feeling a underlying poverty dread. We really live in a timeline where a carpet made a situation of being in poverty worse because it created a healthcare challenge that cannot be easily resolved because of US healthcare memes. Have you tried kicking and stomping the stains instead of punching it? I have, and it didn't work as good. There's less precision when you're stomping and kicking on your stains. You don't want to crack or damage the wooden floorboard underneath the stain, but you do want to hit it with just enough force. Maybe if I put it away, it'll turn cold faster. Oh, it's blue now with the yellow with a W. Why did I say yellow? Because I was thinking of words that begin with the syllabic sound like a y, W, yellow. My brain just associated that y sound with the thing I was seeing with my eyeballs, which was a W shape. And because I had a foreign language in front of my face with some of the words going from one language to another, my vocabulary skills were not at the level they should be right now. That's funny. Anyways, I've been walking around in circles talking about being in a very privileged kind of poverty for a few minutes now while my card was cold and I didn't even know. That ration won't respawn, that's fine. Yeah, kicking and stomping the stain does not work as well. It does work, just not as well. However, that is all beside the point because I did not realize I was giving myself carpal tunnel until it was already too late. That was something like 2 months ago. I wish it had gone away, but over the past 2 days, it did come out in a pretty bad way after sleeping. So I made a do-it-yourself carpal tunnel brace out of a soda bottle that I chopped up with scissors and a hot knife on the stove. If you Google soda bottle carpal tunnel wrist brace, night. It's something I'm only gonna wear at night, and I'm fine with that. I hope it works! So far I've slept with it one night, and I did not wake up with the same kind of carpal tunnel pains I woke up with for Saturday and Sunday, but I cannot stay off of these hands for too long. I got Metal Gear Monday streams to do, and I don't think the gaming stresses it as bad as some other chores do. But, like, cooking is something that's got to get done. I cannot order meals. I cannot buy meals. I have to cook meals. This is not up for questions. I have to ration the time carefully that I spend cooking. Weird little chores around the house like that. There's something I wish I didn't have to think as much about as I do right now. Onomatopoeia code switching and color recognition at the same time. What the hell? Onomatopoeia with the W noises, W and yellow. Code switching between the two different languages going between my head. And color recognition because I recognize the W. For some reason my brain, this isn't even happening in the verbal sentence, the verbal centers, but I think unconsciously my brain was associating the cold blue color with the vowel sounds that happen when you say W, cold, blue, W. And looking at it, I was able to recognize the word I was looking for, but the wrong sound is what came out. The ideal position for your hand is the angle at which it hangs at the side of your body. The thing I'm focusing on now is making sure that my wrist is not making any turns. If I make a dramatic turn with my wrist, it feels uncomfortable right now. But for a couple of days this week, it genuinely hurt just to turn my wrist around. So I'm claw gripping the controller, and for the most part it feels fine. Every now and then I have to adjust, but for the most part it feels fine. I've read that carpal tunnel recovery mostly happens during your sleeping hours anyway, and my sleeping schedule is better than it's been for a while. Poverty is also real good for the old sleeping schedule. Long, long ago, when the financial situation was way better, I spent big bucks on an ergonomic Herman Miller Aero chair, and that has probably kept me out of expensive medical situations while I'm in poverty for this year, for sure. That was an unironically wise investment. I am sure I have made more money, or certainly saved money on medical bills, by, buying a $700 office chair back in the days when the Patreon was going good and I had $700 to throw around. Yeah, if you run into a lot of money, guys, I recommend spending it right away. If you're gonna spend a lot of money really fast, a good carpet cleaning machine and a good office chair, bam! Right in the dick. Oh, that was like a 2-round burst, too. Yeah, good ergonomic office chair will save you thousands later on down the road. I've got a good ergonomic office chair situated to where my arm and wrist need to be. I have a do-it-yourself shitty soda bottle, wrist brace, and a self-employed single mail schedule where I can ration the most intense wrist work hours during the time of day where it's gonna hurt least. That's not ideal, but as far as, like, having carpal tunnel while being in poverty and needing to do a computer job to get out of that poverty, there's some silver linings to that situation. I can concentrate on writing, I've noticed. I got some good Kriegspiel writing. I got some good rewriting done today. But I'm sure that tomorrow I'll write new chunks of the script that haven't existed before. But I can do keyboard typing, I've noticed, pretty well. Keyboard typing has not been affected. It's really mouse clicking that's getting it the worst. Gamepad gaming, if I stretch and adjust, I can make it work. But mouse clicking is bad right now. But I am 6'7" and could properly benefit from a proper chair. One thing I've noticed about the Herman Miller chair I'm using that's so expensive and so highly rated, it's not necessarily that it feels immediately comfortable once you sit down in it, so much as it's like full of a whole bunch of moving parts that are built sturdy enough to not be failure points after long-term usage. I want to say I got it in 2017, so we're at 7 years now. It still is holding up pretty strong. And I am constantly adjusting things and pieces. Hang on, let me think. The birds are flapping their wings, but I believe there are also guards patrolling around here. There's one. I don't want to accidentally walk into a guard's sight line. The music here's very good for sneaking. And the faint footstep noises I could use to identify a guard's walking pathway are being obfuscated somewhat by the sounds of the birds flapping their wings. Yeah, now I can hear the footsteps and they're kind of sort of meshing together. Does your current situation have any kind of defined endpoint? What would it take for you to not be in this situation? Honest to God, like 3 videos with some good sponsorship deals going. Being able to concentrate on exclusively on video essay work for 4 months in a row to the result of 2 or 3 video essays with good fat sponsorship money deals attached. Like an old Adam and Eve style sponsorship deal done 3 times would get me out. A good old Audible sponsorship done 2 times might get me out. But that's gonna have to be tacked on to the kind of video essay that won't piss the fans off and actually will get people clicking, which means it's gotta be a attractive subject by thumbnail, and also hit a standard of quality that actually, I hate to say it, but does demand hundreds of hours of work at this point. Yeah, it's got to be like 3 20, 30-minute long video essays that people watch that have good sponsorship deals attached will get me out of the poverty. Now you know. I have 1 in the works, 2 on the docket. But, one of the big struggles is being able to, get in the kind of state that was not required earlier before that, can help me push through the burnout. But that's a way more complicated conversation than Liquid's fun voice acting, and Snake's genuinely good voice acting.
No conozco todos los detalles, pero
¿Qué está intentando decirme?
Es muy parecida.
¿El qué?
Hunt Showdown follow-up would be dope. Your video got me into that game. It sure would, wouldn't it? However, my gaming computer exploded a year ago. The PSU exploded. Actual explosion with sparks and smoke. The power circuit for the whole room burnt down. Or, no, the whole power circuit. The circuit breaker needed to be flipped. It got overloaded. I just used some bad words to describe the situation. Oh my god, I shouldn't even say some stuff out loud, but part of the reason why I've been reluctant to RMA the power supply is because of things involving this building that I live in and it getting taken over by Airbnb bastards. I've not felt the draw to fix my gaming computer because I can game just fine, and if I can concentrate on work for several months at a time and put hundreds of hours into the kinds of video essays that the fans will actually click on, then I can do that on my other computer, my editing workstation computer just fine. I can play Metal Gear Solid at the same time as Crimson Clover World Ignition, at the same time as giving a narration of the Roman Empire to fat, generous Twitch tips just fine on my old computer. You don't need a cutting-edge new gaming computer to be a gamer, but you do need one to make a follow-up to Hunt Showdown. But George, I know you're cultured. Are you excited about the new native ports of OG Resi 2 on GOG? Maybe. I wouldn't say excited, but I'm happy they exist. I don't think I have quite as much excitement for OG ports of Resident Evil as I would Metal Gear Solid. We need a video about Spanish Solid Snake being better with Adam and Eve sponsorship, and a joke about George going all hello nurse with Sniper Wolf Spanish voice. Make it happen. That's a good point. Thank you. Yes, Adam and Eve would work well for that one. What about Napoleon though? What sponsors come into your mind when you think of a YouTube video? Because what I've been working on, and what I'm actually really excited to talk about, and might actually come up with some good brainstorming ideas on stream, is talking about my video about Napoleon. And I can even, like, shove the script I was working on in everyone's face and prove that I have been working on this and not been slacking on it as dramatically as I'm sure some people might have been thinking. Firefox, ks.docx. Let's crop this off to the side and read about Napoleon's influence on strategy gaming over a 200-year grand-scale historical narrative. It's a cool-ass video, but cropping all the gunk in the window might be kind of interested. So what's some interesting fun facts about Napoleon here? Okay. There is a remarkably similar, here we are, image of a Helvigian Kriegspiel board that might be somewhere in this gallery, but might not, and that also has images of, like, Warhammer pieces or something in the same document. Where? Aha! Helvig Wargame Reconstruction Noir.jpg. Let's see what happens if I plug that into Google. Yes, there it is. Imagine, if you will, watching a YouTube bunny hop video essay where you see something like this, and then I excitedly say Kriegspiel, war game, and just look at how closely this resembles any of the tile-based 2D battle maps you'd see in an Advance Wars or a Fire Emblem, where the grid space is filled up with square tiles representing swamps, forests, mountains, or roads, with rules you would already be familiar with. Mountains are impassable, swamps slow you down, water requires a bit of extra work to build a bridge, and I didn't have it in the script right now, but I'll throw in something about how forests are good cover. 200 years later, Helvig's style of representing terrain happily re-emerges as the style preferred by turn-based console strategy games that had to work their way around the harsh 90-degree edges of pixels and also the four-way directionality movement of D-pad controllers. But you rewind time back to Helvig and you can see how the blockiness, through a modern set of eyes, even kinda gives this a bit of a pixel art look. Also accidentally similar to 2001's Advance Wars, the whole blah 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 blah. Look, it's really cool. It's going to be a great video, but the standards that I have set for myself, that my audience expects at this point, requires way more time than is sustainably givable, considering the real-life crises I am also working through at the same time, plus the burnout of some of the rote repetitions of the more mechanical parts of this job, causing the kind of psychic damage after 15 years of doing this that it did not do before. I have a genuine excitement for the topic and appreciation for the opportunities of being able to write about it, but at some points when you're let's say gathering up clips for the visuals, editing the video itself one frame at a time over a topic that might actually be an hour long at this point, because this Kriegspiel stuff is a true iceberg of a bunny hop video topic. The repetition of the more mechanical robot parts of the job are so much harder to work through after 15 years than they were for the first 10 years, I want to say. After 10 years might have sort of been the line where... Wait, no, what am I saying 15 years for? I've been doing this since 22, so that makes 12 years. Yeah, there is a certain psychological feeling to doing the more repetitive robotic stuff that was not there before, it requires way more timely rituals of making sure I'm in a good mood before I do the robotic, repetitive, awful parts of the job, that I definitely did not have to pay as much attention to in my younger years. Under the Skin 13 says, I can't picture things in my mind, frowny face. It sucks, it absolutely sucks, but trying to find a visual element for every single frame of 30 plus minutes of content is one of the big hurdles to keeping this stuff coming out quickly, for sure. But as you all know, and as you all just saw, video is coming and being worked on, and has been worked on all year, and even a little bit of last year. I think I started reading about Kriegspiel history in December. Yeah, when I switched off towards the tail end of thinking about Pentiment, I was thinking about Kriegspiel. And while I'm working on Kriegspiel, I'm also going to be thinking about Metal Gear Solid 3 and cinematography, and that's probably going to come out way, way faster than this Kriegspiel business, which required me to read 2 big history books. Can you use AI for the more repetitive stuff? No. Long-form videos are such a trash trend. Bring back the 15-minute videos. My guys won't click on it. I've done experiments. They will not click on it. That won't get me out of poverty. In fact, that might make it worse. I have to come back with a big dramatic video that's gonna, like, require me to make personal family sacrifices that will not feel good to make, but that's gonna have to happen. If that's one of the biggest hurdles, I get why Alt-Shift-X keeps emphasizing the uselessness of AI. No, will we not talk about AI art while trying to save me time on something that's... It would backfire. People would spot immediately. I would go in the trash bin of YouTubers who are exploiting their audiences or whatever. I'm not. It's not. The economics only would allow for it if I did not have such a delicate reputation to maintain. Over the years, I have found out that your average Bunny Hop fan will unsubscribe if the video is not, like, 20 minutes minimum. If it's not 20 minutes minimum and about some kind of big brainy topic, it will backfire instead of helping me. The Iliad project alone has, like, proven that even if it's a big, long, hour-long project that requires big history books to be read through, if there's not a visual element following the screen for the whole hour, it's not even good enough. Woo! Will you make a video on your Spanish Metal Gear experience in the future? I think so, because I think I can talk for 20 minutes with good amounts of readings getting thrown into the mix with interesting observations that one would only reach after reading about something and experiencing it for themselves. Yeah, that is a real possibility. But there are other things in the work that are going to take priority for now. First of all, Kriegspiel. Second of all is Metal Gear Solid 3 cinematography. Yeah, George doesn't sell out. Thank you, Val. If I sold out, it would be a longer-term backfire than the benefits of the shorter-term sellout. And I'm ready to commit to poverty long-term to get out of, or short-term to get out of it long-term. I've done it a few times before. I'm fine.
Quería saber de dónde venía, mi edad, mi raza, saberlo todo.
No me...
Me encontraron en Rhodesia.
The YouTube meta trending towards long-ass videos is a real rich get richer situation, yes. And one thing I think we all might have learned over the past few months is that if a YouTuber suddenly stops all of a sudden, their parents might be dying. They might be getting old. They might be getting so old over the 10 years or so that they've been doing this, that their parents will naturally get to the point that everyone's parents eventually get to, which is a certain part of the kid's life where their life has to stop for a while. There is no question about this. You should save now. Start saving now and making plans now, because it will happen. Hopefully later than sooner, but in the event it happens unexpectedly, I don't know if my advice is going to apply, but in the event that your parents do live a rich, long life, they will see it coming, and you'll have to stop what you're doing for like a year and spend absolute positive thousands of dollars on your way through that year taking care of it. I am talking too much over good voice acting.
Grey Fox.
Sobrevivimos juntos a aquel infierno, Frank y yo. Él me protegió. Él es mi única conexión. La única conexión que tengo con mi pasado.
¿Y él te trajo de vuelta a América?
No. Yo estaba en Mozambique cuando él llegó.
¿Quién es él? ¿Hablas de Big Boss?
Sí, él fue quien nos trajo a esta tierra de libertad, a América. Pero luego él y mi hermano volvieron a África para seguir luchando. Y entonces fue cuando ocurrió. Tú mataste a mi benefactor y dejaste tullido a mi hermano. Yo entonces juré venganza y me uní a Foxhound. Sabía que así te encontraría y rezaba constantemente para que llegase ese día.
Tus plegarias fueron escuchadas.
Sí, esperé 2 largos años.
¿Para matarme? ¿Es todo lo que quieres?
Sí, exactamente. 2 años. Durante 2 largos años solo podía pensar en ti. Te llegaste a convertir en una retorcida obsesión.
Y sigues odiándome.
Maybe Naomi is the weakest link to my gringo ears. I think her voice acting here is not sounding very convincing.
Estaba equivocada.
It sounds artificially higher pitched and artificially softer, like a lot of English language female voice actors for Japanese characters will do.
También a ese doctor, ¿no? El que utilizó Grey Fox para sus experimentos genoma.
¿El doctor Clack? No, fue mi hermano. Luego lo oculté todo y le ayudé a esconderse.
¿Y ese ninja, quiero decir Grey Fox, ha venido a matarme?
No lo creo. Creo que solo vino a luchar contigo. Antes no estaba segura, pero creo que ahora entiendo. Una batalla final contigo. Él solo vive para eso. Estoy segura.
Fox. No. Naomi, dime una cosa.
¿Sobre Foxdie? Foxdie es un tipo de retrovirus que ataca y mata a personas específicas. Primero infecta las macrofagias del cuerpo de la víctima. Foxdie contiene enzimas inteligentes creadas con ingeniería proteínica. Están programadas para responder a modelos genéticos específicos en las células.
Esas enzimas reconocen el ADN de la víctima.
Así es. Y entonces responden activándose.
The word is
y utilizando
escaping
las
me.
macrofagias empiezan a crear
Techno jargon.
¿Eh?
Pseudoscientific techno jargon in
un
Spanish.
que mata las células. El epsilon TNF
Yeah.
lo transporta la corriente sanguínea hasta el corazón, donde se une a los receptores TNF en las células del corazón.
I don't think I've heard this much of her before, and I think she's also in a pretty different delivery style than before, considering the circumstances the character's going through.
Apoptosis.
But
El que las
she's
células del
sounding
corazón se suiciden.
a little less convincing and a little less fun than most of the other voice
Debes haber
actors.
programado esa cosa para que me mate, ¿no? ¿Tengo tiempo aún?
Snake is still sounding
No,
fun.
no te culpo por desear mi muerte, pero no puedo morir aún. Tengo una misión por cumplir.
Escuche, Snake. Yo no soy la que tomé la decisión de usar Foxdie.
¿Eh? ¿No fuiste tú?
No. Te inyectaron el Foxdie como parte de esta operación. Solo quería que supieras que... No, esa no es toda la verdad.
¿Eh?
Lo que de verdad quería decirte era que... Snake, yo...
¿Qué estás haciendo?
Was that a slap?
Snake,
Naomi.
Snake, no puedo dejar que Naomi realice más transmisiones no autorizadas.
¿Qué?
Naomi ya no forma parte de esta operación.
¿Qué ha pasado con ella? ¿Qué quería decir cuando dijo que Foxdie era parte de esta operación? Coronel, déjeme hablar con ella.
Lo siento, ella está arrestada.
Coronel, me ha traicionado.
Snake, no hay tiempo para esto. Su misión ahora es detener a Metal Gear. ¿Ok, Snake?
Okay. Okay, so getting back to the Twitch chat, you ever thought about offering yourself for some basic narration work like you did with Did You Know Gaming? Yes, but for like adult in poverty situation with thousands of dollars to go through, it's not gonna pay enough to be worth that. Not like the sponsored video essays. Punch Showdown follow-up would be dope. Is one of them Metal Gear plus Homer? I don't think it's explicitly like that, but some of those thoughts are in a little mini outline I have ready for something coming up. Just remaster your old videos. Yeah, it sounds so easy, right? Problem is, I'm in the kind of shitty situation where if I make junk content for money, it backfires. People will unsubscribe and not watch it. So that means less people will watch the real content that comes out later. If I start making junk content for easy, quick money, it's gonna have to be after a prolonged, sustained period of good content. I believe Donkey made a joke video about this before, about how he decided to not do fancily edited and fancily written videos anymore, and out of a similar question of unsustainable schedules and burnout, and talked about how Super Bunny Hop makes good videos and he doesn't get really ridiculously high views. I'm not in that same kind of situation. If I made junk videos, it would be even worse. There's already too little of a draw for some reason for my videos to begin with. If I start, like, having fun and making money at the same time, I've experimented with that before and the experiments failed. I have to do hard work and make money at the same time. I'm not allowed to have fun and make money at the same time for some reason. The experiments so far have been a failure when it comes to... Except for the streams! Actually, I need to rewind that. Metal Gear Monday has broken that trend. It has been the profound experimental outlier of this dynamic. Metal Gear Monday has proven an effective solution to being able to have fun with a medium-sized argument, a medium-sized audience that expects big brainy, well-researched arguments to be the thing they're hearing out of the personality they're tuning into. So for the 50 or so people watching this, thank you for being a part of a solution. That has been quite a nice thing to discover. While my gaming computer has been exploded, my mother has been dying, my fingers have been going sore on me, and my bicycle has been breaking. And while my condo tower has been turned into an Airbnb hotel that abuses its residents. Someone mentioned that, too. Oh, you should totally do a marathon. They do good numbers. Am I too old for that at this point? Wait, no, I know what to do. I should get several nights of more than enough sleep and good diet, and then spend a weekend doing the marathon, and then I bet my body would be able to handle it. Come on, penis guard, come on. Okay, let's take the diazepam, put the body armor back on, line up the shot. Yeah. Pepper Live TV might know what I'm going through. Pepper Live TV, if you are still here listening to this, please, just for the sake of my own gratification, please type more messages about the, hell you have experienced. I used to work in a condo/hotel that was getting infected with Airbnb, and it was pure hell. I can't even imagine living in there. Imagine having to work at home in there. Ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. 1,000 bits, not quite sure how the currency conversion works, but here's my real advice. Oh boy, I gotta read real advice from a, donation. Here's my real advice. Make your stinky long video essays in a 0.5 to 1 minute long, spicy long chunks and eat the YouTube Shorts money! You know, maybe I should release YouTube Shorts that are like previews or teasers for the big, fat, long video essays. Maybe that's a way to do it. Oh, I hope I didn't waste too much time talking. I don't even want to peek at what color the pan card is right now until I'm right up to the computer. The laptop. Okay, now... PAL key. Yes, it's still hot. Oh, come on. There we go. I used to work in a condo/hotel that was getting infected with Airbnb, and it was pure hell. I can't even imagine living in there. Yeah, if you're comfortable with talking about it, it might actually unironically be interesting for helping me in my situation to know what kind of work you did, were the bosses shady, were there, like, hotlines or authorities you could report that kind of shady work to? Could I pass these messages on to the people working here in my building? And also, what?
Gracias, Snake.
You say it was
Ahora
getting
el
infected
código
with
detonador
Airbnb and it was
está
pure hell.
completado.
What were the signs?
Nada
How did
puede
you notice
detener
that?
ya
And how did
Metal
you come
Gear.
to make that judgment? Oh no, I accidentally pressed spacebar and canceled the voice acting during one of the most fun parts while talking about the... Oh, God. What a rotten time to press spacebar. What an absolutely worst time. How long has it been since I saved? Too long. We lost it. No, actually, you know what we are doing here? We are getting on YouTube. We are not going to go down without a fight here. Instead, we're getting on YouTube and typing in Spanish dub Metal Gear Solid and finding the long videos. There we go. 4.5 hours. Historia completa en español. These must be cutscenes. I hope they include codecs. Certainly, they would have to.
Maestro del camuflaje.
He encontrado algo más.
¿Qué?
El secreto que oculta la nueva arma nuclear. Como pensaba, la cabeza nuclear está diseñada para...
So we'll have an almost seamless experience here. Because I sure as hell am not going to go through this game without witnessing the most important moment of this voice actor. Oh, let me bump it below the webcam. That's in the elevator.
Déjeme hablar con ella.
Lo siento.
Okay, here it is.
Es decir, que no podíamos...
Wait, no, let me go back.
No puedo dejar que Naomi realice más transmisiones.
Oh wait, no, let me go forward. Okay, here we go.
Gracias, Snake.
Gracias,
Ahora el código
Snake.
detonador está completado.
It's
Nada
already
puede
fun.
detener ya Metal Gear.
Master, ¿qué está pasando?
Que encontró la llave y también activó la cabeza nuclear por nosotros.
Gracias,
Debo expresarle
Snake.
mi gratitud. Siento haberle implicado en esa estupidez
Come on,
de la
come on, give me
aviación
another
maleable
one.
de memoria.
¿De qué diablos me habla?
No pudimos descubrir
What
el
the
código
hell
del
am I
jefe
hearing?
Darpa. Ni siquiera Mantis, con sus poderes psíquicos, pudo leer su mente. Y luego Ocelot le mató sin querer durante el interrogatorio. Es decir, que no podíamos lanzar el dispositivo nuclear y empezamos a preocuparnos. Sin la amenaza de un ataque nuclear, nunca se hubiesen cumplido nuestras exigencias.
¿Qué quiere decir?
Sin los códigos detonadores teníamos que hallar otra manera. Y entonces decidí que usted tal vez fuese útil, Snake.
¿Qué?
Primero pensé que quizás obtendríamos información suya, Snake, por lo que hice que Decoy Octopus se disfrazase de jefe Darpa. Desgraciadamente, Octopus no sobrevivió al encuentro.
Octopus.
Gracias a Fox Die.
O sea que usted planeó todo esto desde el principio para que yo introdujese el código detonador.
¿Eh? No habrá pensado que pudo llegar tan lejos usted solo, ¿no?
Come on.
¿Quién demonios es usted?
Da igual. Los preparativos para el lanzamiento están completados. Una vez el mundo descubra el poder de este arma, la Casa Blanca no tendrá más remedio que entregarme la vacuna de Fox Die. Su as en la manga es inútil ahora.
¿As en la manga?
El plan del Pentágono de utilizarle a usted tuvo éxito en la sala de torturas. Snake, usted es el único que no sabe nada. Pobre imbécil.
Pobre imbécil.
Le contaré todo
How
lo que
did he
quiere
say
saber,
that?
pero solo
Pobre
si viene donde
imbécil. Like he really
¿Dónde está?
Muy
de-emphasized
cerca suyo.
the C.
Snake, ese no es Master Miller.
Campbell, llega muy tarde.
El cadáver de Master Miller lo han descubierto en su casa. Llevaba muerto al menos 3 días. No lo sabía porque cortaron mi enlace codec con Master. Pero Mailing dijo que su señal de transmisión provenía de dentro de la base.
¿Y quién es?
Snake ha estado hablando con...
Migo, querido hermano.
Liquid.
Nos ha sido realmente útil.
Sido-
Ahora puedes morir.
The mouth even got bigger. Oh, okay, let's pause that. Also, is that PC version or not? In either case. Seamless transition. Look at that seamless transition. It's like we never even were not watching Metal Gear Solid in Spanish at all. bum, 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 bum. So it's Otacon who breaks us out of here, right? Bum, 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 bum.
Snake, eso es cristal antibalas. No puedes romperlo con un arma corriente.
Oh, these
¿Puedes abrir esta cierre de
rolls!
seguridad?
Lo intentaré.
So much
Espera un momento.
rolling. So, Spill Politet said that he just saw Napoleon. Oh, excuse me. They just all started watching Napoleon. I ended up watching Napoleon. It was good. So, when you say that you ended up watching Napoleon, it was good. There are two different questionable Napoleon movies you could be referring to. Are we talking 1927 or 2023?
Snake, voy a abrir la puerta.
So, let's go through the door. I got it. They're just handing out rations like candy. I shouldn't have been worrying so much. But yeah, the YouTube meta trending towards long-ass videos is a real rich get richer kind of situation. Because the only ones who I would imagine really can sustain that long-term for like 6 going on 7 years are, I need to shut up during this fun voice acting. The only ones who can sustain that 6-7 years are the privilege. Let's leave it at that. I was gonna clarify what kind of privilege, but
Aunque seguramente los chicos del Pentágono
I'm making the
dirán
decision
lo
to
mismo.
pay attention to voice acting
¿De qué
instead.
demonios estás hablando?
Siguiendo órdenes ciegamente sin hacer preguntas, creo que has perdido tu orgullo guerrero y te has convertido en un simple peón, Snake.
¿Qué?
Detener el lanzamiento nuclear, rescatar a los rehenes, solo fue una distracción.
¿Distracción?
El Pentágono solo necesitaba que entrases en contacto con nosotros. Eso mató al presidente de ehSnek y a Decoy Octopus.
No querrás decir...
Sí, eso es. Te enviaron aquí para matarnos y así poder recuperar Metal Gear sin daños junto a los cuerpos de los soldados Genoma. Desde el principio, el Pentágono te ha utilizado como vector para extender Fox Die.
Fox Die. Dios mío. ¿Estás diciéndome que Naomi trabajaba con el Pentágono?
Ellos pensaron que sí, pero parece ser que a la doctora Naomi Hunter no es tan fácil controlarla.
¿Qué?
Tenemos a un espía en el Pentágono. Y nos informó que la doctora Hunter alteró el programa de Fox Die antes de la operación. Pero nadie sabe cómo ni por qué.
Tal vez. Tal vez la arrestaron para poder hallar las respuestas a todo eso.
Sin duda. Pero no sabía que la motivase una venganza tan mezquina. Sin embargo, aún no sabemos qué cambios realizó en el programa de Fox Die.
It feels like this makes them even more dramatic.
Ahora ya he añadido la vacuna Fox Die a mi lista de exigencias a la Casa Blanca.
Like, they're lowering their guns and talking hundreds of words in the middle of a fight, but since it's in campy Spanish, I'm getting a kind of soap operatic feel to it.
¿Y por qué?
Tú has conseguido entrar en contacto con todos nosotros, por lo que hemos debido estar expuestos al virus. Es verdad que al presidente de ehSnek y a Decoy Octopus los mató Fox Die. Pero Ocelot, yo mismo y tú, el portador, parece que no nos infectamos.
¿Un problema en el programa?
Tal vez. Pero si el virus no te ha matado, tampoco me preocupa a mí, ya que nuestro código genético es idéntico.
Es cierto. Tú y yo somos...
Sí, gemelos. Pero somos gemelos especiales. Estamos vinculados por genes malditos. Les enfants terribles. En tu caso, tienes todos los genes
Even he
dominantes
said it
del
kind of
viejo,
funny, but
y
not
yo
with the
los
same
viciados,
sarcasm
los
Liquid
genes
did.
recesivos. Todo se hizo para que tú pudieses
Ooh,
ser el
now he's
mejor de
mad.
todos sus hijos. La única razón de que yo exista fue poder crearte a ti.
Yo era el favorito, ¿eh?
Exacto. Y yo soy las sobras de lo que ellos usaron para crearte a ti. ¿Puedes entender lo que significa saber que eres una basura desde el día en que naciste?
Oh my gosh, he is so fun. That was really
Me
fun.
eligió a mí.
Y por eso estás tan obsesionado con Big Boss. Un tipo de amor perverso.
¿Amor? Es odio. Él siempre me dijo que era inferior y ahora tendré mi
Yes.
venganza. Deberías poder entenderme, hermano. Tú mataste a nuestro padre con tus manos. Me robaste mi deseada venganza. Y ahora acabaré el trabajo que padre empezó. Le superaré y le destruiré.
Eres igual que Naomi.
Pero no soy como tú. Al contrario, me siento orgulloso del destino codificado en mis genes.
¡Mierda!
Snake, tu sangre será la primera que derrame esta gloriosa nueva arma. Considéralo un honor, un regalo de tu hermano. Ahora verás, maldito. Probarás el poder de un arma que nos llevará al siglo XXI.
Se está moviendo. ¿Cómo lo voy a detener?
Woo! Okay, those were very fun line readings, very fun word choices. When he was talking about how your blood will be the first of this glorious new weapon of the 21st century, the word choice was evoking images of that medieval colonial splendor. When I was looking at it, I could have talked over and explained it right then and there, and now it's already starting to fade, the specifics, but the evocation was grand. It was regal and aristocratic and monarchical, the way he said all that. Through my English ears, at least. I need to remember the method. It's chaff, and then stingers, but the method involved getting close enough for his machine gun, but not so close that I get hit by the penis laser. Yeah, these rockets are no good if you run between his legs, but there's still the machine gun and penis laser that can screw you up. Okay, back to YouTube economics. Someone just mentioned about how most of the good long-form video essayists are moving to Nebula, and also about how AI has not seemed to do much of a dent in that kind of work. It certainly has laid off most of the traditional old guard video game journalists at this point. But as far as like traditional old guard, if that's even a descriptor for YouTube video essayists, I don't think there's much of a infrastructure of like senior editors and corporate bosses and corporate stakeholders who made the kind of decisions that laid off a lot of quote-unquote print video game journalists. I guess nowadays you would call them blog style, and also magazines. The magazines, there were a couple that were barely holding on that I don't think are holding on anymore. Edge magazine, I think, got hit by the mass layoffs as well. That machine gun sounds so much better on PlayStation compared to PC. The YouTube video essayists, on the other hand, I don't think that kind of writing is doable by AI at all whatsoever. I don't want to get into details about what sort of curiosity-fulfilling experiences or experiments I've made just to check and see, but the stuff I was trying to do was... it's not even anywhere close. Like with AI art, you can fool people. With AI writing, if it's an unconventional topic that no one's really done before, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's capable. A simple news report, I think, is a... what? More simple, short-form journalism that follows what has been for over a century a very traditional, mad-libbable formula that us journalists call an inverted pyramid-style news story. Those guys got fucked. They got absolutely fucked. The question is whether or not they might be coming back soon once the body of as various legal and legal regulations and corporate best practices kick in that limit the amount of data that learning models can use to train their AI models off of, I don't think that like a decent quality for AI creative labor is sustainable long term just because of that dynamic going on. It has kind of happened already to AI visual art. It looks worse this year than it did last year, and last year it looks worse than it did in 2022 and 23. As far as the writing goes, I feel for the guys whose job was to write inverted pyramid news stories, but the long-form writers, I think their stakeholders are going to gradually find out that their services cannot be easily replicatable by pressing a button at all, and that for the long-form video essayists on YouTube, that kind of writing plugs into it. I'm not going to say exactly how and why. I am going to say I've tried to press a button and see if it was capable of doing a kind of task that I've been used to doing that takes a hell of a lot of time, that can get pretty rote and repetitive on my end and cause frustration and burnout. And the models I was trying to use to save myself the time were not capable. I think the kind of rote, repetitive labor that makes me feel burnout is still safely in my hands, at least as far as making ridiculously long 30-minute YouTube video essays are concerned. Secondly, someone mentioned Nebula, and Nebula is another great resource and solution on the way out. Easily the most generous multi-channel network I've ever been involved with. Way better than Maker, way better than the TGN that I was using before Maker, that I think actually folded into Maker. Nebula has given me, so far over the years I've been using them, very generous sponsors with very generous deadlines, very, very sympathetic and understanding if a real-life emergency comes up and you miss that deadline. Yeah, easily the best way out of poverty, and actually the plan A out of poverty, is to utilize my, the business relationship that I am very fortunate to have with Nebula. Someone mentioned that most of the YouTubers have moved on to Nebula at this point, but that seems to come with the implication that they leave YouTube. That's not quite how it works. Nebula, in my experience, has worked like the multi-channel networks used to do in the 20-teens. They hook you up with sponsors for YouTube videos and then offer you an extra bonus if you publish on their platform for a limited time window before then republishing on YouTube later for a chunk more money from the ad revenue that comes in from Google AdSense when the automated skippable advertisements that get stamped onto your video get stamped on. Someone mentioned Lindsay Ellis coming back to YouTube after being on Nebula for a while. That would explain part of the dynamic. You are very much financially incentivized through these programs to use both. Like, they don't want you leaving YouTube because that's where most of your fans and therefore monetizable views are going to originate from. Nebula and YouTube are supposed to coexist in harmony with different incentives that would incentivize the hardcore fans to watch your videos first on Nebula, while you still have tens, if not hundreds of thousands of other less hardcore fans watching on YouTube around about the same time. I want to equip the body armor, and I don't want to die. I'm talking too much. Let's just get myself killed and start this over. Gotta be honest with you, I just watched the Homer videos last month when I had to paint my house. They were awesome. Everyone who watches those videos thinks they're awesome! For some reason, getting the kids to click those videos in the first place, though, is a way bigger ask than most of my other videos. But as far as, like, 3 hours of some of the highest quality content that I feel I've ever done, that not only is some of maybe the highest quality content that exists on YouTube at all, and a completely different style of art, like the audio drama, the radio drama, something that is not so oftentimes indulged in, and certainly not been milked out to death to cause a lot of burnout and viewer fatigue. Those Iliad videos are absolute, like, once those qualifications have been in place and are understood and those videos are being consumed, they turn into crowd pleasers. Everyone loves them. No one has said a single bad thing about them except, I don't know why it took me so long to click on them. Or, gotta be honest with you, George, something about them's just keeping me from clicking on them. Once people click on them, they fucking love it. They are like, they'll have an almost religious experience with those things, as intended. But getting the kids to click on them is something I have been thinking more about and gotta think harder as I go further on. And also, let's just get Snake killed and start this over. I had another bad run. Well, yeah, not exclusively Moo, but they use YouTube to advertise their Nebula work. There you go, that's the idea. Naomi sounds too high-pitched indeed, but she still has good range from sadness to tranquil anger. I just remember the only reason I bought this game was because it had 2 CDs. I feel like her high tone makes her sound a bit uptight, it's fitting. The Nebula ad reads are just ads, they get paid for them like a NordVPN or Curiosity Stream placement. The thing that breaks my heart about the Curiosity Stream placements is that that's an actually good product that I enjoy using for myself. Curiosity Stream is good. I don't think they're doing as much YouTube advertising as they used to be doing, but I always enjoyed doing a Curiosity Stream read because I have enjoyed Curiosity Stream documentaries in my own time. During the pandemic years, it was super comfortable, reliable, ritualistic, soothing, psychologically soothing time that I was spending for a lot of the pandemic years, letting Curiosity Stream documentaries play in the background while I was playing Tetris or something, learning about history. If I have an opportunity to do Curiosity Stream again, I will happily take it for that reason. That's one of the rare... What am I saying? No, it's one of the very frequent and often sponsorship YouTuber ad reads that I felt warm and fuzzy about doing because it was honesty you were hearing when me talking about the good product being mentioned. So in terms of frugality, for me at least this year, having been laid off and all, I'm reading a message from Spill Politate. Becoming frugal and getting used to being very frugal has been endearing. Yeah, there's something a little rewarding about it. It keeps you humble. It reminds you a bit of what other people less lucky than you are having to deal with in worse circumstances. The thing that I appreciate unironically, and I've talked too much about it, I need to move on, is like the cooking. It really teaches you how to cook a lot of good food fast. And that's a good skill to have whether or not you need to be frugal at all. It's a good skill to have just for basic life skills, is good cooking skills. Is this some kind of new Spanish dub, or did the game get a Spanish dub back in the day? It got a very expensive and good Spanish dub with old, experienced Spanish actors back in the day during launch. They spent $1 million per voice actor, €1 million, or the 1 million Spanish equivalent of euros at the time. You wouldn't believe the arguing that triggered over the monetary unit being discussed. Oh no! Oh no! Come on, I'm getting impatient. Okay. Yeah, it ultimately turned out to not be economical to spend that much money on high-quality foreign language voice acting outside of just the English and the Japanese, because as they learned from this game and the sequels where they didn't spend as much money on Spanish voice acting, is that the Spanish-speaking gamers are going to end up buying it regardless. It's like a nasty wake-up lesson to how profit-motivated economics are going to work, that they had no incentive in the long run to keep this style of dubbing going. But it's absolutely magical what they got out in 1998 or 99, one of those years. Launch year. Whoa! That was awesome! That sounded so much cooler than if I was a native speaker in the language that campy, overacted line just sounded like. Holy cow, that was rad.
Pertenezco a la muerte. Solo tú puedes salvarme.
Fox, quédate al margen. Piensa en Naomi. Únicamente se concentrará en vengarte.
Naomi.
Eres el único que podría detenerla.
No, no puedo.
¿Por qué?
Porque yo fui quien mató a sus padres. Era joven entonces y no fui capaz de matarla a ella también. Me sentí tan mal que decidí llevarla conmigo. La quería como si fuera mi propia hija para aliviar mi sentido de culpabilidad. Incluso ahora me considera su hermano.
Fox.
Desde fuera, quizás hayamos dado una imagen de hermanos felices, pero cada vez que la miraba, veía a sus padres con la vista clavada en mí. Dile la verdad. Cuéntame que fui yo quien lo hizo.
Ahí estáis.
Gray Fox's voice actor is awesome. Liquid's voice actor, when he's got the ball rolling and the momentum going, is incredible. Snake's voice actor is just plain superior to the English one. This is another scene where I'm kind of blown away at the quality of the performances they're turning in. And also how much better the lighting and post-processing effects look on the PlayStation version. In Oriental Medio, the Middle East.
Fox, ¿cómo es de fuerte ese exoesqueleto tuyo? Snake, ¿te vas a quedar ahí sentado a ver cómo muere?
Zorro atrapado es más peligroso que un chacal.
Ha destruido el visor.
Admirable. Creo que eres
Admirable.
Fox. Pero ahora has acabado.
Oh my god, did you hear that?
Fox, vamos, dispárame. También le matarás a él.
Oh. Oh, he is an overdramatic, sexy soap opera villain. And that works so well with the character.
Realmente, ni vivo ni muerto. Una sombra eterna en un mundo de luces. Pero pronto,
Oh, pronto.
todo acabará por fin. Snake, no somos juguetes del gobierno, ni de nadie más. Combatir era la única cosa, la única para lo que servía. Pero al menos siempre luché por aquello que creía. Snake, adiós.
Eres un estúpido.
Oh,
La muerte. Y la encontró.
oh.
No sabes proteger a nadie.
Did he just say that Gray Fox was stupid and now he's dead? That was, like, the insults are rougher and spicier too. What's my ration? Oh good, I haven't taken any bad hit. I can't believe I said that as soon as I took 2 bad hits. How come it didn't work? This is good, I got him confused. There's also a nice musical rhythm to the attack noises. I got him in a loop. Yay. Okay, so let's see. Oh wait, no, I don't have time to check up on the chat. I gotta appreciate the voice acting. Also, I think I might run out for a bathroom intermission break before the fist fight on top of the robot. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of good Liquid voice acting in this next one, I'm sure. And there's a lot of chat I have to catch up on. Oh my god, I have a lot of chat to catch up on. Holy cow. I scrolled too far. In English, he says, "You may die smugly." In Spanish, he yells it. Los chicos del Pentagono. Monarchical tone fits Liquid and has genetic inheritance associations?
Sigues con vida.
So if he's like
Mientras tú sigas vivo.
Lástima.
trying to evoke an egotistical, powerful king.
¿Lucha? ¿Qué es lo que pretendes realmente?
Un mundo que honre como antaño a los guerreros como nosotros, como debe ser.
Ese era el sueño de Big Boss.
Fue su último deseo.
The dream
Cuando yo
of
era
Big
joven,
Boss.
durante la Guerra Fría, el mundo necesitaba hombres como nosotros. Entonces nos valoraban y nos deseaban. Pero las cosas han cambiado. Con todos esos hipócritas que dirigen hoy el mundo, la guerra ya no es lo que era. Perdemos nuestro lugar en un mundo que ya no nos necesita.
Gotta watch out for the
Un mundo que
penis
desprecia
laser.
nuestra
Can't tell you
existencia.
how much trouble the penis
Tú
laser
deberías
has
saberlo
gotten
tan
me
bien
into.
como yo. Una vez lance este arma y obtenga los $1.000 millones, podremos devolverle el caos y el honor a este mundo tan blando. La guerra provocará guerras, surgirán nuevos odios y luego expandiremos sin límites nuestra esfera de influencia.
Pero mientras exista la humanidad, siempre habrá guerras.
El problema es el equilibrio. Padre sabía qué tipo de equilibrio era el mejor.
¿Es esa la única razón?
¿No es razón suficiente? Para guerreros como nosotros.
No deseo este tipo de mundo.
¡Ja! ¡Mientes! ¿Por qué estás aquí si no? ¿Por qué sigues cumpliendo órdenes mientras tus superiores te traicionan? ¿Por qué has venido aquí? Te lo diré yo entonces. Disfrutas matando, esa es la razón.
¿Qué?
¿Acaso lo niegas? ¿No has matado ya a la mayoría de mis camaradas?
Eso fue...
Te vi la cara mientras lo hacías. Tenías una expresión de inmensa alegría.
Te equivocas.
Llevas dentro a un asesino. No tienes por qué negarlo. Fuimos creados de esa manera.
¿Creados?
I gotta run to the bathroom and pee real quick. I'll be...
Les enfants terribles.
It breaks my heart.
Así es como
No,
se
no,
llamaba
I can
el
hold it
arte.
in. I can hold it in.
Empezó en los años 70.
En
Su
los
plan
años
fue crear artificialmente el
70.
soldado más poderoso posible.
So,
La persona que eligieron
for
como
saying
modelo
the
fue el hombre
70s,
conocido entonces como
it's
el
the
mejor
years
soldado
of
del mundo.
70.
Big Boss.
Pero padre cayó herido en combate y ya había entrado en coma cuando le trajeron. Por eso nos crearon con sus células, con una mezcla de clonación analógica del siglo XX y el método superbebé.
¿Método superbebé?
Fertilizaron un huevo con una célula de padre y luego la dividieron en 8 bebés clonados. Luego transfirieron los clones a un útero alquilado y más tarde abortaron adrede 6 de los fetos para fomentar un desarrollo fuerte. Tú y yo éramos al principio octillizos.
¿Octillizos?
Sí. Nuestros otros 6 hermanos fueron
I
sacrificados
think I'm gonna
por
watch The
nosotros
Rock
dos.
in Japanese.
Fuimos cómplices
Okay,
de
okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I
asesinato
can't
incluso antes de
hold it
haber
anymore.
nacido. Y quedamos tú y yo, 2 huevos fertilizados con el mismo ADN. Pero aún no habían acabado. Me usaron de conejillo de indias para crear un fenotipo en el que destacasen los genes dominantes. Para crearte a ti. Yo tengo los genes recesivos. Tú me lo quitaste todo, incluso antes de haber nacido. Pero tú y yo no somos sus únicos hijos.
¿Qué?
Los soldados genoma también son su progenie y llevan también su legado genético. Pero son distintos. Son digitales. Con la terminación del proyecto Genoma Humano, los misterios de la humanidad se resolvieron.
Ice Cream VS, do you think my early dementia stages grandmother would like your Homer video? I don't know, she might like the audio books or audio dramas or whatever I'm gonna rename those to get the kids to click on them more.
Proverbial instinto asesino. Estos genes militares fueron trasplantados.
Also, Mannequin Yo, I see your recommendation for Nicolas Cage movies to watch in Japanese. The Rock would be a good one because of the Metal Gear inspiration. I just recently watched it in English for the first time, so I have the story fresh in memory. I might actually pick up on a few more important vocabulary words.
¿Los soldados Genoma?
Exacto.
Classic Gamer 101 just said, "Did you say Snake's Spanish voice actor is better than David Hayter?" I didn't say that. Classic Gamer 101 said that.
1991, Guerra del Golfo. Los militares inyectaron secretamente a soldados con genes.
What?
El síndrome de la Guerra del Golfo del que se quejaron cientos de miles de soldados.
I'm sorry.
Fue un efecto secundario.
Ya. Todos saben que el síndrome del Golfo
Got very good trivia from Twitch chat after this that I'm gonna have to engage with.
Eso fue solo una tapadera que utilizó el Pentágono. Primero dijeron que era afección de tensión postraumática, luego armas químicas o biológicas. Las unidades detectoras de gas y las inyecciones antisarín fueron solo para ocultar los experimentos genéticos secretos.
Entonces, los llamados niños de la Guerra del Golfo sobre los que nos han informado los veteranos son...
Sí, son nuestros hermanos y hermanas.
¿Entonces los soldados Genoma confirman el éxito de los experimentos?
¿Éxito? No seas estúpido. Son un completo fracaso. Estamos al borde de la extinción.
¿Qué?
The sound effects
¿Has oído hablar
were
de la
getting to me
teoría
there.
asimétrica? La naturaleza tiende a la asimetría. Todas las especies que se han extinguido muestran signos de simetría. El soldado genoma sufre el mismo problema, signos de simetría, como yo y como tú. En serio, estamos todos al borde de la muerte a nivel genético. No sabemos cuándo o qué tipo de enfermedad surgirá. Por eso necesitamos la información genética del viejo.
¿Quieres el ADN de Big Boss para salvar a tu familia? Es muy conmovedor.
En la naturaleza, los miembros de la familia no se juntan entre sí, pero se ayudan mutuamente. ¿Sabes por qué? Aumenta las posibilidades de que sus genes se transmitan a una nueva generación. El altruismo entre la misma sangre es una respuesta a la selección natural. Se llama la teoría del gen egoísta.
¿Me estás diciendo que tus genes te ordenan salvar a los soldados Genoma?
No puedes luchar contra ello. Es el destino. Todo ser vivo nace con la única intención de transmitir los genes paternos. Por eso, cumpliré con lo que dicen mis genes. Y luego iré todavía más lejos, para poder romper la maldición de mi linaje. Y para hacerlo, primero te mataré.
Okay, Mannequin Yo mentioned that Snake's Japanese voice actor is the son of a voice actor. So in MGS4 there was a father-son
No
scene
lo sé.
that had father and son voice actors talking to each other.
Y no
That's
dejaba de llamarte.
that's incredible. I need to look up more about that. I've heard a lot about how Metal Gear Solid 4 is way better in Japanese than in English, and that just sounds like
No, no tenemos pasado ni futuro.
Like more
Y si
fuel
los
for the
tuviésemos,
fire.
No serían los nuestros. Tú y yo somos
So,
solo copias de padre.
on this stream, we've learned that Metal Gear Solid 1 is better in Spanish. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3
Casi no nos queda tiempo.
are still up for grabs. Metal Gear Solid 4 I've always known is better in
Parece ser que ahora que el
Japanese.
Pentágono sabe que Metal Gear ha sido destruido, han tomado por fin una decisión. Ni siquiera necesitan una VDB. Si quieres información, ¿por qué no le preguntas a tu coronel Campbell?
Coronel, ¿me está escuchando?
Sí, le escucho.
¿Qué intenta hacer el Pentágono? Coronel, respóndame.
El ministro de Defensa ha tomado el control ejecutivo de esta operación. Se dirige hacia allí en AWACS.
¿Para
There
qué?
should have maybe been a
Para bombardear
pause
el lugar.
there.
¿Qué?
No solo eso. Bombarderos B2 acaban de despegar de la base aérea galena. Llevan bombas nucleares tácticas penetrantes de superficie.
¿Qué? Metal Gear ha sido destruido. Dígaselo a ese ministro.
El ministro de Defensa se enteró de que Naomi nos traicionó y está preocupado por Foxdie. Ahora que ya no hay peligro de que Metal Gear lance un ataque nuclear, va a hacer todo lo necesario para encubrir la verdad de lo que realmente ha sucedido aquí.
Va a lanzar una bomba nuclear para eliminar todas las pruebas y a todos aquellos que saben la verdad.
Tranquilo, Snake. Impediré el ataque nuclear.
¿Cómo?
Puede que aquí solo sea un pelele, pero oficialmente sigo al mando de esta misión. Si doy la orden de retrasar el ataque, confundiré la cadena de mando y al menos ganaré algo de tiempo. Le daré la oportunidad de excavar.
Pero, coronel, si lo hace...
No importa, Snake. La verdad es que Foxhound ya estaba siendo secretamente investigado. Merrill fue destinado a esta base justo antes del ataque terrorista con el fin de manipularme a mí.
Esos bastardos.
Lo siento. Me obligaron a cooperar a cambio de la vida de Merrill. Será mejor que salga de ahí, Snake.
¿Está seguro? Eso será malo para usted.
No importa. Es lo menos que puedo hacer por usted, Snake.
Coronel.
Les voy a ordenar que cancelen el bombardeo. Después de eso ya no hay vuelta atrás. ¿Qué está haciendo?
Huh. Oh boy, we got a real fun villain.
¿Qué está ocurriendo con el coronel?
The Secretary of
¿Qué ha pasado?
Defense.
Snake, el coronel.
Roy Campbell ha sido relevado del servicio. Habla el ministro de Defensa, Jim
Houseman.
Póngame con el coronel.
El coronel ha sido arrestado por filtrar información supersecreta y por el crimen de alta traición.
Super secreta.
Ridículo.
Sí, es un hombre.
Eso es
Que realmente
ridículo.
creía que estaba al mando de esta operación.
Bastardo.
No quedará la mínima evidencia. Estoy seguro que el presidente desearía la misma cosa.
¿El presidente dio la orden?
El presidente está muy ocupado. Yo tengo total autoridad aquí.
¿Cómo piensa explicar un ataque nuclear en Alaska ante los medios?
No se preocupe. Hemos preparado una historia convincente. Diremos que los terroristas explosionaron un artefacto nuclear.
Muy listo. Matará a todo el mundo. A los científicos, el ejército genoma, a todos.
Donald, el jefe DARPA, ya está muerto.
O sea, que en realidad no pensaba matar al jefe DARPA.
Él era mi amigo.
Y a usted le da completamente igual lo que le ocurra a los demás, ¿eh?
Mire, si me entrega el disco óptico, quizá considere el salvarles.
¿De qué me está hablando?
Los datos de prueba de Metal Gear. Donald debía haberlos traído.
Yo no los tengo.
Ya. Oh,
Ya.
Bueno, no importa. Ustedes dos son una vergüenza de los años 70. El sucio secreto de nuestro país. Y no podemos dejarles vivir. Bien, las bombas no tardarán en caer. Y ustedes dos tienen mucho que hacer todavía. Hasta nunca.
No podemos escaparnos. Acabemos con esto antes del ataque aéreo. Me robaron robaste todo lo que era mío.
He sounds so
Solo
mad.
tu muerte me consolará. Solo tu muerte puede devolverme lo que me pertenece. Ella será un hermoso sacrificio para la batalla final. ¿Lo estás viendo? Será el tiempo límite para la batalla final. Este módulo nuclear detonará en el momento preciso de su muerte.
La batalla final. Oh, we still have to do the escape sequence, though, afterwards.
Si ganas, quizás todavía puedas salvarla a ella. Podrías
Also,
gozar de un breve momento de amor antes del final.
you get more time if you die and retry. The counter
Y si traspasas esta línea caerás. A esta
will
altura,
retain its
incluso
current
tú
amount of time
morirás.
even if you skip the cutscene.
¡En guardia, Snake! ¿Qué ocurre, Snake?
See if I can remember how to play video games.
Buen tiro. ¿Qué ocurre, Snake? Date prisa, va a explotar. ¿Qué ocurre, Snake?
Now, doesn't this just slow you down if you not come off the edge?
¡Rápido! ¡En guardia, Snake!
Also, I am sorry to report that I have caught up with Twitch chat, but only by virtue of not realizing that I permanently scrolled past some kind of threshold of cached messages that aren't coming back now. I didn't know that would happen. I was scrolling down the Twitch chat to see just how far off I was from the recent messages, and I scrolled so far that it unloaded the previous messages I was trying to answer. So I didn't even get to see the secrets of the Airbnb. worker with their behind-the-scenes information about some spooky story regarding a manager. There was more talk about YouTube business and economics that I could fill people in on regarding how the relationship with Nebula is supposed to work. We talked so much and he scrolled so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. On guard. Oh ho, I faked him out that time. What a laugh. I feel like Liquid is just getting his ass kicked all of a sudden. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I spoke too soon. His AI is doing something different now after I got used to a routine that was working out for too long. George, is there a particular piece of fan art or fan comic that has stuck with you for Metal Gear? Yes, the Mega 64 video where they're doing stupid Mega 64 bullshit, but then Kojima's watching and it gets all awkward. That's gotta be, one of the, like, greatest top 10 internet meme in general moments, rather than just plain ordinary Metal Gear Solid. The Himsy Days comics, I think, come very, very highly recommended. They have a place in my brain. There was a Photoshop I made of just some caption edits of the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 where Snake is talking over some fuzzy early 2000s digital camera footage of New York, and the captions read, "Listen, kid, pee is stored in the balls." I hear Snake say that every time I see that scene from now on. Games just don't got no direction no more. Oh, do I got him? Do I got him stuck in a loop again? Oh. He just turned on invincibility mode and I no longer had him stuck in such a loop. Yeah, like, are my... Oh, I also want to say the, Dr... What's the name of the character from the Russian animated Treasure Island movie that was a meme for a while? There was this walk cycle of his that was really funny. The low-poly Metal Gear Solid memes that I introduced Metal Gear Monday with are burned into my brain. They're very good. But it's still... Mega 64 getting interrupted by Kojima has got to be the peak of that genre. Yeah, it sounds like Liquid is just egging him on. He sounds so ridiculously overconfident. And his laugh sounds real stupid and idiotic, like he's struggling to breathe while doing the laugh at the same time. Yeah, Dr. Livesay, Dr. Livesey, Dr. Livesnay. I've seen one that wasn't just good funny meme, but also good quality, low poly animation in general. Also, did I just learn a new combo? I think we're hitting each other for some of the same frame. Yeah, I'm learning how to do a 3-punch. The timing on that's real delicate, but it's there. I've reliably reproduced it twice. You have a 4-punch, then a kick combo that I didn't know about this whole time? Alright, I should just play it safe for the last few hits. No! Okay, that should do it, right? I don't know about you guys, but I saw an empty HP meter. Oh, I gotta knock him off? Really? I didn't know that. Is that a hard mode thing? Oh, I can do the square thing. I forgot. Okay, so I gotta try to better nail the timing for that short partial double punch combo and not get so deeply wound into the habit of following it up with a kick. I also gotta remember that I can square him. I can square him off the edge if I need a moment to think.
Buen tiro. Date prisa, va a explotar.
Hehehe, that was a good one.
No te queda tiempo.
Oh no! I've gotten so good at this that the fight has started to look normal. Oh, oops. I'm still so bad at this that every time I say something, I end up contradicting myself within a second or two. I see, he gets a little bit of a sliver of his meter back. I do gotta throw him off, don't I? Yay! That wasn't so bad. It took a few retries, but I think that's just because I had a few bad starts on a few of those runs.
Snake, ¿eres tú? Snake, estás vivo. Menos mal.
Meryl. Meryl, ¿estás bien?
Estás bien. Solo se te ocurre decir eso.
Meryl, debe de haber sido terrible.
No hay para tanto. He sabido resistir a la tortura.
¿Tortura?
Y a cosas mucho peores que eso. Yo también luchaba, igual que tú.
Eres una mujer fuerte.
Luchar con ellos me hizo sentir cerca tuyo. Sentía como si estuvieses conmigo. Me dio fuerzas para continuar. Pero tuve miedo.
Lo siento.
No digas eso. Pero me hizo descubrir una cosa. En medio del dolor y la vergüenza, hubo algo de lo que estaba segura. Y a eso es a lo que me aferré.
Oh, thanks for the kind words, Classic Gamer 101. I have something grand in store for the next Metal Gear Monday.
Yo quería volver a verte.
Meryl. Ese es mi códec.
Snake, soy yo.
Buenas noticias. Meryl está bien.
Perfecto. La has salvado, Snake. Bien hecho.
También tengo malas noticias. Nos van a bombardear.
¡Oh, Dios! Supongo que no somos imprescindibles.
¿Cómo se puede salir de aquí?
¿Una salida? Sí. Puedes usar el túnel de carga para salir fuera. Hay un aparcamiento justo a tu lado. El túnel te llevará desde ahí a la superficie.
¿La puerta de delante?
No, es una pequeña entrada al oeste de esa puerta.
¿Y qué hay de la seguridad?
La he desbloqueado. ¿Con quién te crees que estás hablando? Yo me encargaré de la seguridad en tu ruta de escape.
¿Pero qué piensas hacer?
¿Yo? Me quedaré.
Estás loco.
Necesito algo más de tiempo para despejar tu ruta de escape.
Pero...
abrir las puertas de seguridad es un poco difícil. Solo yo sé hacerlo.
Otacón.
No te preocupes. Me voy a quedar aquí. Lo he decidido.
Otacón, es un refugio blindado. Pero van a usar una bomba nuclear penetrante de superficie. No aguantará.
Ya no me arrepiento del pasado. La vida no es solo fracaso, ¿sabes? Snake, ahora soy una persona completa. Hallé una razón para vivir.
Bien.
Bien.
No mueras por mí.
Lo mismo digo. Cuida de Meryl, ¿eh?
Lo haré.
Ok, debo irme. Te prometo hacer algo acerca de tu ruta de escape.
Gracias.
Gracias. Eso suena bien.
Te creo, Tacón.
Gracias, Snake.
Oh, they're adorable. They are adorable.
¿Y Otacón qué? ¿Dónde está ahora?
Ahora él está luchando.
He said, "Don't die for me," instead of "Don't die on me." Oh my god.
¿Lucha por nosotros también?
Sí. Y no quiero que luche en vano.
Ni yo.
Meryl.
Snake.
Yeah.
Meryl. Ha empezado.
This snake got me, yeah.
Me parece que no tendremos una escena romántica.
Sí, eso parece. Lástima.
Oh, she even giggled.
Larguémonos de aquí.
Snake, hace muchísimo frío. Necesitas algo de ropa.
Ahí está mi traje especial.
My special suit. I don't think he said sneaking suit. Did he say special suit?
¡Vamos! Estás muy bueno, Snake.
Did he say my special sneaking suit?
¡Rápido!
Oh, no body armor.
Yo conduciré. La cámara de vigilancia. Vaya, no hay llave. Bien, tiene llave. Ya está, Snake. ¡Súbete! Dispararé la ametralladora con el botón arma. ¡Dispara!
The spectacle and drama is still hitting me, even now.
No lo conseguiremos. Snake, abre campo. Ok, Snake, vamos.
So, did I ever find a more elegant way to control this? Maybe. It seems like you turn a little faster in first-person mode compared to third-person mode.
No lo conseguiremos. Snake, abre camino.
Okay, let's do it this way instead. I remember this being ridiculously unintuitive in extreme mode, but it looks like I'm gonna have to retry at least once in hard mode here. I don't think I could let him get a single hit in. Oh wait, I have a ration. I'm allowed to take a hit or two. I think I can take 5 hits. Okay, yeah, I think I like this first-person mode better. I'm having an easier time doing this from first-person instead. Somewhat hypnotic rocking back and forth like this. What am I doing wrong? I ask that question every time. Ah. This is awkward. Okay, I guess it would be wise not to take so much damage at first. Okay.
Ya está, Snake. ¡Súbete!
Oh no, there was a ration on the ground that I missed, a second ration. It also helps to know ahead of time what harsh angles the car is going to be turning into at these checkpoints. It seems like, is there any way to juggle these guys fast enough to avoid damage? no, this is a little hypnotic, like a cradling lullaby motion, this gentle back and forth that he does. And how I gotta get my fingers in rhythm for it, and my eyes and my brain in rhythm for it. It's too late for this. I'm too close to bedtime to be doing this, Liquid. Ah, come on. Oh, come on. So I just have to aim ahead of where I would normally expect him. No, I don't. What do I do? What do I do? Do I have the ration? Okay, thank God. I was about to get a little annoyed. Come on, I am trying. Yeah, I don't get it. It's not working. I'm taking damage. I died. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I really don't. I've played through this so many times and I've never figured out. No clock. It's a stun lock on his head. No, you do take damage overall. Aim towards him and stick the fire. That's what I'll be doing for the third time now. Also, I missed another ration down there. Also, I think I want to take these guards on with my bare hands instead of the gun. I think I unironically would be more efficient that way. Ow, ow. It's fine. See, look at that! You can't do that with a gun! Oh my God, who is this guy who just showed up in the doorway? Because isn't there still one more? Yeah. Okay, so I get it. They respawn. That's... No. Where did the ration go? Fuck's sake. There it is. I'm just gonna get him killed and restart this, because that would be better. Okay, so the first order of business when I get the gun should be to shoot the oil drums and blow up the gate, and then we drive through the grate. Yeah, if I get the... Anyways, if I get the second ration and don't automatically jump into the Jeep against my wishes, then, I shouldn't even have to think about it that hard when I'm shooting at Liquid on my way out. So I learned not to take the guards on barehanded because I will lose too much time in getting the ration. And so instead, I should just hide as much as I feasibly can. There we go. Okay, okay. Unload, there was another item in the Rex room, I think. Not anymore, there's not. Yeah, that was a slightly cleaner start, but I'm gonna experiment with juggling these guys, stun-locking them. Couldn't really stun-lock those guys, but next time, next time. We got 3 guys ahead of the next checkpoint, and if I wipe from one end of the stage to another while holding the fire button down, or maybe arranging it with bursts, maybe I can reduce the damage I take from them. They're moving around! Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think going for a stun lock was optimal. Wait, maybe. Maybe I reduced the damage, but didn't avoid it altogether? Can you hit the barrels before Meryl breaks? Ah. Chances are not likely. I mean, it might be physically possible, but considering the frame rate the game's running at, probably not very even theoretically possible. Okay, now is the real test of aiming at a moving target for several minutes at a time. You have to, like, gently tilt the gun in the direction you see his car starting to move in. I feel like if I release the fire button, he'll raise his head up and give me an opportunity to damage him and slow him down. Or it could just be smoke and mirrors game design illusion. Actually, I think I pretty much won, because I have 2 rations now, instead of 1. Hey, we just heard about something English probably could not say as elegantly as Spanish. Victoriamos para... Yo tengo 2 rations. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bait him into peeking. That's the tactical shooter terminology, right? I don't think I'm gaining anything from doing this. I'm actually dealing damage on him. Stopping him from shooting back. Well, it seems like that's also what holding the fire button does anyway. I gotta find the sweet spot here. Like 3 rectangles ahead of him. There's a rectangle grid line behind him that might help with clarifying the exact distance of aiming required. Either way, I'm pretty sure I just won. Tactical shooter for the ages. Hey, cool lens flare. Is that in the PC version? Oh, yeah, also this area looks like ass in the PC version, because you see seams in the polygons on the ground geometry that are not visible here.
Sí, un poco mareada.
¿Puedes andar, Meryl?
I'm gonna go take my pizza dough out of the fridge. It should rise for a few minutes before I cook it. I'll be right back. Ah.
No puedo verle, Snake.
Liquid ha muerto.
¡Snake!
Yeah, the sky is not broken in this version.
¡Snake!
Si ha muerto, eso significa...
No lo digas, Snake.
Oh, Kanzi, there is no black and white shots in the PC
No veo
version.
bombarderos stealth.
Snake, ¿me está escuchando?
Coronel.
¿Está usted bien?
Coronel, ¿qué ha ocurrido?
El ministro de Defensa ha sido arrestado. Jubilación anticipada.
Jubilación anticipada.
Conseguí ponerme en contacto con el presidente. Metal Gear, las maniobras... Todo eso fue una decisión personal del ministro de Defensa.
¿De él solo? ¿Y qué ha pasado con el ataque aéreo y el ataque nuclear?
Las órdenes fueron revocadas. Los F-117 y los B-2 Spirit han regresado a la base. Una vez más, vuelvo a tener total autoridad en esta operación.
Ya veo.
Washington no utilizaría nunca bombas nucleares para tapar unos cuantos secretos.
Me lo imaginaba.
En fin, el peligro ya ha pasado. Gracias, Snake.
Gracias,
Coronel, no se
Snake.
preocupe. Meryl está bien.
De verdad. Gracias. Gracias, Snake. Snake, lamento haberle ocultado tantas cosas.
Da igual, coronel.
I feel like the faces are
no
also
soy un
slightly
coronel.
more animated than
No
I'm
me
used
importa.
to.
Tengo algo para usted. Hay una motonieve cerca de usted. Mei Ling la vio en las fotos del satélite. En esta época del año los glaciares están quietos. Con la motonieve podrá salir de ahí sin problemas. Apostaría que los chicos del AMI y la NSA nunca creyeron que volvería con vida.
Yo tampoco. Será mejor que no me deje ver por allí.
No hay peligro. Oficialmente los dos murieron al hundirse su jeep en el océano.
Eso es algo que casi se cumple.
Y también hay un helicóptero esperándole en la isla de Fox.
El doctor Hal Emmerich debe de estar en algún lugar de la base. Quiero que le detengan.
Lo entiendo. Déjemelo a mí.
Ok, Roy. ¿Cree que tendrá problemas?
Tranquilo. Tengo una póliza de seguros. Una copia de los datos de Mei Ling. Mientras esté en mi poder, usted, Mei Ling y yo estamos a salvo.
Las pilas de las nanomáquinas se agotarán pronto y ya no podrán seguirnos.
Supongo que no nos veremos más.
No esté tan seguro. Yo le visitaré algún día.
¿De verdad? Espero que sea cierto.
Roy, quiero preguntarle algo.
¿El qué?
Sobre Fox Die.
Meryl está a salvo. A ella no la incluyeron en el programa.
¿Y yo qué? Fox Die mató a Liquid.
Naomi dijo que quería hablar con usted personalmente sobre eso.
¿Cómo está?
No se preocupe. Mei Ling está con ella ahora. Voy a conectar con Naomi.
Snake, soy yo.
Naomi,
Ya oí lo de mi hermano.
lo siento, pero tenía un último mensaje que quería comunicarte. Quería que te dijese que le olvidases y que siguieras viviendo tu propia vida.
Frank, ¿qué dijo eso?
Sí, también dijo que siempre te quiso. Naomi, tu hermano te salvó a ti, a mí y al mundo entero. Tu hermano luchó con todas las fuerzas de su cuerpo.
Quizás haya encontrado por fin algo de paz. Ya no era mi hermano realmente.
Thank you so much, Awful
Desde
Possum.
que luchó junto a ti en Zanzíbar ha sido un fantasma.
Okay, now now Naomi's voice actress is good.
Naomi, Foxday también mató a Liquid. ¿Y yo qué? ¿Cuándo me llegará el fin?
Eso depende de ti.
¿Qué quieres decir?
Todos morimos cuando nos llega la hora.
¿Y cuándo llegará la mía?
De ti depende cómo uses el tiempo que te queda. ¡Vive Snake!
Viva!
Es todo lo que puedo decir.
Yes! Viva ehSnek!
Toda persona nace con el destino escrito en su propio código genético.
Viva ehSnek!
Inmutable.
Holy shit, that is
Pero la vida no es
awesome!
tan solo eso. Por fin me di cuenta. Te lo dije antes, la razón de que me interesasen los genes y el ADN. Porque deseaba saber quién era y de dónde venía.
I have a new catchphrase.
Pensé que si analizaba mi ADN podría descubrir
Viva
quién era,
ehSnek!
quiénes eran mis padres. Y
New
pensé que
battle
si los
cry
supiese,
for
entonces sabría qué camino
when
debía
you're
seguir
marching
en la
your
vida.
revolutionaries into the canon.
Pero me equivoqué. No descubrí nada. Tampoco aprendí
Yeah,
nada.
and then Naomi feels like she holds back her feelings the whole time, then she breaks a little when Snake tells him about Frankie.
Genética, pero eso no los convierte en soldados más fuertes. Lo máximo que podemos decir del ADN es que gobierna la fuerza potencial de una persona, el posible destino. Uno debe aceptar estar encadenado al destino, ser dirigido por los genes. Los humanos pueden elegir el tipo de vida
Oh,
que
we gotta
deseen
hear
vivir.
the Ocelot conversation too after the credits.
No es importante si estás o no estás en el programa Fox Die. Lo importante es que elijas tu propia vida. Y luego vivas. ¿No crees,
Vivas!
Snake? Tranquilo. Yo voy a elegir vivir también. Hasta hoy siempre había buscado una razón para vivir, pero ahora voy a limitarme a vivir. Los genes existen para transmitir nuestros sueños para el futuro a través de los hijos. Vivir es vincularse al futuro. Toda vida funciona así. Amarse entre sí, enseñarse entre sí. Es la única manera de cambiar el mundo.
Are these snowmobile noises? Him dragging the snowmobile
Por
out?
fin lo descubrí.
That also strikes me as new.
Gracias, Snake.
Maybe Naomi's voice actress is only sounding artificially high-pitched
Mira,
and artificially
he encontrado
soft
esto.
when she's trying to
Guardémoslo.
lower your guard for
Como
her
recuerdo.
cover.
¿De qué? ¿Un recuerdo de una misión de éxito? ¿O de cuando nos conocimos?
Un recuerdo de cómo vivir.
Because yeah, Naomi did not sound like what I was complaining about
Hasta hoy solo había
at
vivido
all
para
for
mí
the
mismo.
entire ending speech.
Sobrevivir había sido la única cosa que me
Sounded
importaba
very
en la vida.
genuine and natural.
Pero no solo a ti. Todo el mundo es así.
Solo me sentía vivo cuando me enfrentaba a la muerte. No lo sé. Tal vez está escrito en mis genes.
¿Y ahora qué? ¿Qué dicen ahora tus genes sobre el futuro?
Quizás ya es hora de vivir por alguien más.
¿Alguien más?
Sí. Alguien como tú.
Aww.
Quizás esa es la forma real de vivir.
¿Y a dónde, Snake?
David. Me llamo David.
Me llamo
Ok.
David.
¿Y a dónde, Dave?
Creo que es hora de buscar un nuevo rumbo.
¿Un nuevo rumbo?
Sí, otro objetivo.
¿Lo hallaremos?
Lo hallaremos. Sé que lo haremos.
¿Qué es eso?
Calibús. Para los aleutianos, el calibú es símbolo de vida. Pronto llegará la primavera.
La nuestra.
Sí. La primavera da nueva vida a las cosas. Es la hora de soñar, He vivido aquí mucho tiempo. Pero Alaska nunca me pareció tan bonita. El cielo, el mar, el caribú y sobre todo, tú.
Creo que me gustará esta nueva vida.
Vamos y disfrutemos.
I swear these snowmobile noises, I'm not used to hearing them. Did they take the snowmobile noises out of the PC version? En los años 80 había más de oh boy, there were 60,000 cabezas of the nuclear. En enero de 1993 los Estados Unidos y Rusia firmaron un acuerdo START-2 con el cual Sin embargo, en el 1998 todavía quedan 25,000 cabezas nucleares en el mundo. I'm still picturing big shiny foreheads that have nuclear gunk inside of them. Okay, so Akio Otsuka's father, Kaio Otsuka. Oh no, why is the music all fucked up? No, this is the one. This is the most important one where you don't want the music to be all fucked up. Damn. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, I feel so bad for whoever had to play this game the first time and then hear this at the end. Jesus Christ. The music gets fucked up whenever they play an FMV. Yeah, but it wasn't as big as a deal in this one. God. Oh, that's devastating. Oh my God, they're just twisting the knife and... I was thinking of clicking spacebar and putting it on YouTube, but the YouTube video that I had up... Okay, actually... I have a similar idea. Yeah, there we go. Same difference, same difference. We got this. We can recover. George, can you platform game preservation now? Thank you. Haven't I been doing that, though? This is the Master Collection, though. Unfortunate if it's a common issue. Yeah, the PC version, I just want to point out, didn't have this issue of the song getting fucked up. For a while, your FMVs were green, but nowadays the modders have fixed that just fine. I don't think this is happening on the console versions either. So, I'm sure there's some kind of easy fix that the Reddit has posted up somewhere. I was thinking of, digging into this thing and tinkering around with it with some mods beforehand, but decided ultimately not to because it's been a very, very long time since I played Metal Gear Solid 1 in an unmodded vanilla state. Sure enough, I guess I found out just now that was a mistake. Yeah, guys, if you ever buy a PC version of a game from a major publisher, never ever do it on launch. And also, as we just learned, never ever feel bad about looking up the good mods and the good tweaks first, because I really wish I had now, after that happening. They really, really eviscerated the power of that song hitting you at one of the best moments. So I'm thinking of doing Metal Gear Solid 3 next, and I absolutely for sure am gonna make sure that I have some good mods installed on that one, and that we're not gonna have any egregiously awful art killing glitches like what just happened with the music and this FMV in particular. This is it's been an issue throughout the whole game, yeah, but it's not that bad for the other ones. It's tolerable. It was not tolerable for this cutscene here. You were supposed to be feeling a powerful sense of pathos and emotional response that the fucked up music would completely kill for any players who don't know what's supposed to be going on here. Oh no, this was apparently an issue on Series S. Yeah, this is the third time, Ron Cinepa, the third time we've seen this credit sequence on stream, and in the PC version it's all fucked up because it's so old, from 1999. Or was it 2000 or 99? One of those years. We at least didn't have to deal with that. Three emulates fine. If you read some shader notes. I don't think the 3 version on PC is emulated, which might be why it's running better than the Master Collection version of 1. I think they made a straight-up new port, right? Based on the Bluepoint ports. Okay. No! For a second I thought it was safe to turn the audio back on, and it wasn't. It's still fucked up. It's still all fucked up. It might be minutes before Ocelot's fucked up voice comes on the telephone. Oh, now it's fine. No, it's not. It's not fine, but it's better when there's less stuff moving on the screen.
Uno debe aceptar estar encadenado al destino, ser dirigido por los genes. Los humanos pueden elegir el tipo de vida que desean vivir. Lo importante es que elijas tu propia vida. Y luego, vivas.
Viva ehSnek is something I'm gonna remember for a while. Hey, what's this?
Sí, señor.
Excuse me, am I hearing MGS3 audio right now? That's MGS3 audio. Slow down a bit. This was not in the 90s version. This is Master Collection new feature. What the fuck? Yeah, we're hearing either MGS2 or 3 Harry Gregson Williams right now. What? It could be MGS2. I might have called it wrong, but it's either one of those two. They sound awfully similar. Okay, now it's mixed with something else? Did they George Lucas that shit? Pretty mild by George Lucas standards. Is the Ocelot call different at all? Yeah, Bodrick's saying, fuck, what is going on? But the music's only slightly different. I don't know if the... I don't know if the dialogue's any different at all. Ocelot said
Sí,
inferior
gracias.
being instead of
Adiós,
inferior clone.
señor presidente.
So, there's some kind of new music going on. Oh, wait, no, I'm so sorry. No, it was YouTube auto-playing some other video after The Best Is Yet to Come. That's what was happening. They didn't add new music to the Master Collection Epilogue Ocelot scene. Jesus Christ. It was just playing in another tab in the background. Okay, how did I do? I killed 61 enemies. That's not good. It's a Super Bunny Hop exclusive autoplay betrayed me. Yeah, this is why you disable autoplay. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not burned into my muscle memory after all that time. 48 continues, I don't think is that bad. 61 enemies, I think, is going to keep me up at night for a little bit. Being found 46 times is actually pretty good, right? So what does codename Jackal mean? MGS1 codename Jackal. You were discovered under 30 times. You killed over 18 enemies or discovered. Huh? I don't think these names mean anything in the long run of things, because how am I going to not be discovered under 30 times or kill over 18 enemies, or be discovered between 30 and 54 times and kill under 52 enemies? Yeah, these names aren't that big of a deal. It's just a reference to how many times you're discovered and how many enemies you kill. If I was a better Metal Gear Solid player on hard mode, I would have gotten the alligator rating or the flying fox rating if I was even better than alligator. I don't know how much sense these names make or how much time I should pay attention to them. In any case, wow, Spanish Metal Gear Solid is really good. Yes, let's definitely discardar that shit. Gardar the heck out of that. Never ask for whom the video plays. It auto-plays for these. It's more than good. Yeah, I'm still a little shaken up by no longer the realization, but the actual genuine conviction that I proved to myself and now fully believe that Spanish Solid Snake is actually better. I just don't know, like, for the rest of my entire life, from here on out, whenever I hear David Hayter's voice in my head and I'm imagining Solid Snake, I'm gonna be second-guessing myself. I'm never gonna be able to look at it the same way again. It's like waking up to realize that the next day of your life is the first day of the rest of your life. I'm gonna have to change my thinking habits. I'm gonna have to change my name. There are many Snake VAs. This may be my favorite, but this may also be the best. Am I gonna have to go through the rest before I can know whether or not I can even know for sure anything at all? I cannot underplay what a revelation this has been. My version of Snake has been a lie this entire time, and they've kept it from us. There actually was a corporate conspiracy that whole entire time. The underlying mechanics behind capitalism and the United States and all the manufacturing of the consent that goes on behind the consumerism and the ignorance of the average gamer brain has kept this from us all along. And now we know. Now we know the truth. The truth will set us free. But getting there will not be an easy fight, brothers, no. It will be hard, and it will be rough. dealing with what we now know for the rest of the entirety of our days as they go. But eventually it will get out. More will know. And those who are pulling the strings behind it all, they will be the last to go.